Happy Wednesday, everybody. My name is Todd. Thanks for being here. This is a reaction stream. If you're lost or anything like that, it is a reaction stream. Welcome in anyway. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here, follow button if you're watching live via Twitch, or if you want to watch live in the future, certainly welcome to. Welcome, Luke. Welcome in, welcome in. Shout out to all the mods, Luke, Rocco Kitty, and Jace for putting together all the wonderful links that you're going to see today of all the information and finding out more about these wonderful, wonderful shows, duos, whatever you want to say. It's going to be fascinating, very vast, very vast. So I'm sure you're going to find something you're interested in. If you've never seen any of these before, I'm sure you will find it. If you would like to guide the stream and request your own videos per month, you can certainly do so. toddreacts.com is the website. Season tier gets you 2 videos per month. Series tier gets you 3 videos per month. So check that out today. And of course, we have the summer collection of merch that launched in early June. So go ahead and grab those today. Ships worldwide, 15% off for members. Lots of different colors and sizes. And I'm sure we'll have something that tickles your fancy, as they say. And of course, we have an accessories section. These 6 items that are on your screen currently are all new. Everything designed by yours truly. Although I did have some help with some of the design work, the actual designs. And you could see everything else here. You can check it out on your own time, but lots of great items there for you to choose from. So check it out today. And if you're already there at the YouTube channel, the Todd Reacts YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. Over 14,000 of you have already done so. Shout out to you all. Thanks for supporting the channel in the easiest, freest way possible, just subscribing to the YouTube channel. And hopefully that tells the algorithm, hey, I want to see more of this. I'm signed in. I'm looking at my home screen. Where is he? So hopefully that works and tells the algorithm you enjoy these videos and you want to check them out as soon as they come out. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. We have tons of different playlists of all the different content. So be sure to check those out as well if you're looking for one specific thing. There might be multiple videos of it. So that'll kind of help you figure out what's there. Appreciate it. And certainly last but not least, the Discord is a wonderful, wonderful place. There's over 240 members. I'm not aware of the total number right now, but I think it's somewhere over 240. Wonderful people in there. Friends have been made, all that good stuff. Lots of great conversations, sharing tweets and posts and photos and videos and whatever of your fandom, whatever fandom you're into, you can kind of share whatever and talk about it with other people that are into what you're into. 242. Thank you, Luke, for that. I appreciate it. 242 wonderful people in there. So join us today. As you can see, there's lots of different fandom channels. If you want to create one, you're certainly welcome to. Just let us know, and we will do it for you. The mods, myself, whoever's available at the time. And we have lots of fun community channels as well, so check those out. What's up, Jace? Welcome in. Good evening? Good early morning? I'm not exactly sure. As you can see at the top, it also tells you when I'm live, which is super handy. Very, very handy. And it gives you a nice little link as well. So if you want to join live, that's certainly available. I do my best to keep that updated with the actual times in which I'm going live. Sometimes things happen, of course. There's emergency situations, always. But I do try to keep it 11:30. Oh, okay. Good evening. Good evening. All right. We have amazing videos for you today. Just before we hop in, I have been, and the reason why I'm so late today, if you're watching live, I've been apartment hunting for pretty much the entire day. I took the day off of work, started off with a doctor's trip, but then it ended with multiple tours of multiple different apartments in around the area. And one thing I can report on is that it's amazing how different apartment complexes can get, all in the same area. It's very odd what the builders want to focus on, what they want. the people that they're trying to cater to, like that all is so weirdly different. And obviously it affects the price, of course. First one that was looked at, not too bad. Not too bad. Definitely bigger, a little bit bigger. Looking to somewhat get a little bit more space in here. A little bit more space. It's a little tight right now. It's a little tight. But yeah, it wasn't bad. The one thing I would take note of, which seemed crazy, but in this area, I mean, it is what it is. I saw a lot of dead bugs, which is not something you want to show off when you're showing people a potential apartment. In the bathtub, dead bug. In the bedroom, dead bug. Better than live bugs. That's true. That is absolutely true. Absolutely true. I was just picturing these bugs being alive, and it just wasn't selling me. It wasn't capturing the essence that I was looking for. Oh my gosh. Second place. See, the problem is I finished with the worst, which is, oddly enough, the current complex. Should have ended with the second one. The second one was mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Just, wow, it's got everything we want, we need. It's perfect. It's somewhat like newer as well. Like it looks good. Of course, the price is definitely not ideal, but it looks phenomenal. The area around it looks okay, not too bad. But boy, the third one really disappointed. And I was just like, oh boy. It's just a roller coaster ride that ended in a crash landing. Like it was so bad. It was like you went on Roller Coaster Tycoon and halfway built the roller coaster, so it just ended in a crash scene. It's pretty much that, honestly. It was brutal. I was like, number one, I was like, after the second one, I don't even want to look at any other ones. Like, that's not good, right? You want to have that kind of blank slate of like, okay, let's judge this for what it is, and then we'll move on, and then judge them all together. No, it was like the second one, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, done. I'm done. It was unbelievable. I didn't even want to get out of the car. I was just like, oh, I saw what I like. I saw what I like, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. So we'll see. We'll see. It is weird to go and maybe house hunt, apartment hunt, whatever, whatever variety you're talking about. It is weird to see something nicer than what you're currently in, and to go back to your current home and be like, you have to kind of get over it. Let it go. It's not the current situation. Let it go. Appreciate what you have, right? Always appreciate what you have, what you're living in, what you're driving, whatever. Your job, it might not be your favorite, but it is a job, right? Appreciate what you got. It's very tough sometimes. But you got to remind yourself, appreciate what you got, because what you got ain't all bad. It ain't all bad. It might be not your preference, but it ain't all bad. At least it sounds like you have an easy choice ahead. Indeed. Indeed. If, of course, with any apartment, you have to get qualified first. That's the big hurdle, right? You got to get qualified. You got to have them go, you know what? We like where you're at. We want to see you here. The other way is you're not where we want you to be, and we need you to leave. As long as you're welcomed into the club, right? You got the bouncer out there with the checkboard. Is your name on the list? Sorry, it's not on the list. You got to go somewhere else. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Just cheated on your current home. Indeed. Definitely did. And loved it. Oh. It was dirty, but it was nice. It was very nice. My choice was made easy. There's only one wheelchair-friendly apartment available in town, seemingly. Wow, that makes it very easy. Very easy. Well, I hope it's a good one. I hope it is a good one. And I hope they keep up the ramps and everything and don't let the, maintenance go. Yikes. You know what made the third one bad? You know what made it really bad? It's the current complex I'm in. That's what was disheartening, because I'm looking to maybe get another bedroom so, it's more space to do things and, so I'm not banging against all the walls in here. The walls are caving in. What was interesting is the person showing us the apartment was very open and honest because she lives here. So she knows all the ins and outs, of course. Obviously, I do. I've been here forever. But we were getting some information that was really, really terrible. Like the upgrades, right? Upgrades mean nicer things, right? Pretty straightforward. Upgrades, nicer things, love it. Yeah, I'd love, an extra whatever bedroom or something like that. Like, that's an upgrade. We were being told, like, currently there's like a light, a hanging lamp, a chandelier, if you will, minus all the crystals. Like, not a chandelier, but a chandelier, like a hanging light above the dinner table, which seems pretty standard to me. The upgrade is that's gone, and they put in a pot light, just a flush light in the ceiling that's a floodlight that just floods the area with light. And it's like, I turned it on. I swear to God, it was like turning on this light above the table. Like, you're just like beaten with it. Like, I was like, whoa. I was like, who would ever turn this on for a dinner table? Like, this is just like abrasive. It is way too much light. Like, it's not like mood lighting. And I looked at that and I'm like, I guess it's candle light for the dinner table. I was like, what are we going back to the, early years of this country or something? It was so strange. Those lights in the ceiling are a pain to change. I know someone with them. It's not a luxury. It is not. It is not. You need like a huge ladder. Oh my gosh. So I'm like, that's an upgrade, going from a chandelier to a light that's flush with the ceiling. Like, no, floodlight is not an upgrade. And another one is, what was the other one? The other one was, let's see. Oh, the fridge. The fridge is getting smaller. So they're putting in smaller refrigerators. Upgrade. So when we leave this apartment, it's getting a smaller fridge. They're removing the chandelier above the dinner table. And also the stove. The stovetop is going from glass to those coils. And in no world are those coils more luxury than having a glass cooktop. No world. Like, so apparently they figured, oh, that's just too expensive, because after they break or they need to be replaced or something like that, you might as well just buy a whole new unit. In which, my mind, I'm like, if I'm spending a certain amount of money on this place, just replace it with the same unit. No, it's easier and cheaper to buy the coiled ones, so they're going that route. Upgrade. What? Yeah, there's different classes of refrigerators. So you have like a house refrigerator, which is huge, right? That's the one you're talking about. It's just massive. It's got like dual doors or whatever, a big freezer down beneath. These are still pretty big. Apartment refrigerators are still pretty big. It's got the one door, and it's got the freezer either like down below or up top. Good size. But the new ones they're putting in are even smaller than those. So it's like, why? Why? So every way you cut it, they're trying to cut corners and save money. So I'm like, this really turned me off to this complex. Like it's not looking up, it's looking down. It's almost like they're not doing well, or they're trying to milk more money out of this place by cutting corners and all that stuff. I was like, why would you get rid of the chandelier? That doesn't make sense. And then I thought about it for a second. I'm like, oh, you would have to stock two different kind of light bulbs, the floodlights and the individual iridescent or LED, whatever, light bulbs to go into the chandelier. And maybe that's how they're trying to cut the cost. I was like, what? Oh, money over everything. Yep. Indeed. My in-laws have that huge 2-door one. I'm barely strong enough to open it. They are nice. It is standing in front of one of those and opening both doors and having the light kick on is like, it's a religious experience, honestly. You just feel that like angelic, oh, as you open the doors. It's nice. Well, if it's a stocked fridge. If there's no food in there, it's weird. It's kind of sad, actually. I've seen one of those where it didn't have a lot of food in it, but it's just sad. But oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been an interesting day. Lots of ups, little downs, mostly this current situation, but boy, very interesting. Very interesting. So there's my experience. I know we've all kind of been through it. If you're past college age, or even if you're in college age, chances are you've looked at apartments. It's just a weird experience. And they're so vastly different in weird ways. Like you can tell looking at an apartment where the corners have been cut. Like the first one we looked at, the emergency shower sprinklers, if there's a fire in the building, they spray down water or whatever. It was literally hanging from the ceiling. Like there was a gap in between the sprinkler and the ceiling. And I'm like, you're showing people this? Like what? The dead bugs, the shower sprinkler, like kind of gap between the ceiling. I'm like, come on now. Good grief. At least go in there once and take a look and see it. You could tell they put all the money of remodeling it in the kitchen because it had the nice countertops. It looked nice. But it was only skin deep or cabinet face deep, because I opened one of the cabinets and there's this vinyl material you can put over cabinetry where it changes the look of it. And it's a cheap way to do it. You don't have to swap anything out. You just kind of lay it on and then stick it on. It's like a screen protector for your phone, right? Throw it on. It's got an adhesive. It was literally peeling off the cupboard on one of the edges. And I'm like, oh, this is fake. Oh, this is just a sticker, a giant sticker on these. I was like, no, I see it. And no, I'm passing. Gotta wonder if that's what they'll show. What are they hiding? Indeed. The sticker on the cabinetry, the vinyl sticker on the cabinetry that was one of the bigger ones where I'm just like, what? Just paint them, replace them, do something. Don't put a sticker on there. That looks so cheap. So cheap. What did I relate it to? I related it to peeling off like wrapping paper on a present. Like it was very similar. Oh my gosh. So that's been my day. It's a lot to process. But we'll get going here. Gosh, I don't want to think about it anymore. Oh, it's a long day. Whew. That went from 11 a.m. until like, I don't even know, 3, 4 p.m. Like it's a couple hours. It's a couple hours of looking and thinking and basically being your own inspector. It's a lot of work, a lot of brain power. You don't think it would be, but it is. All right, so we have 5 amazing member requested videos for you today. We're going to start off with an Arrow video, and then we have Shourtney from Smosh, and then we have the Bear video. So it's a compilation of the Bear, which is, I think, Season 4 didn't come out too recently, but it's fairly recent. And I started watching a little bit of it because I hadn't really heard much of The Bear other than obviously the title, and people were talking about it. I had never seen much of it. So I was like, all right, I'll give a couple episodes a try just to see if it's good. If it's good to me, if I like it, if I don't. I thought it was pretty good. It feels very slice of life in that it's not a fast moving show. If you're expecting fast moving, I would just say it's more slice of life. Like it is a kitchen. Like there are scenes where things are going wrong and, it's dinner service is hectic, right? But outside of that, it's very slow, not a lot of sounds. You get the city sounds in the background, but it's extremely slow. But I don't think that takes away from it if you kind of accept it for what it is. So I'm interested to see what that compilation is going to be. I don't think I checked out much of the first season. Actually, I don't think I've seen any of it, honestly. So that'll be interesting. And after that, we have a Dan and Phil react to all the Phil is on Fire videos, and this is number 1. So this is the start of apparently a series. So it should be interesting. Dan and Phil are very funny. I've been introduced to them through this, really. I did see them before on the React channel, the Fine Brothers React channel. I think it was like a YouTuber's React series or something like that. I thought they were very funny. I had never heard of them before. And unfortunately, I didn't seek them out afterwards, which probably would have been a smart idea. But I didn't. So this has been probably the most introduction I've gotten to them, and it's been amazing. So, and then we're going to end the stream on a North and Sonic video from Pit Babe. Yes, Pit Babe acclaim. I've reacted to, I think, only one Pit Babe video, maybe 2. Very interesting. Very interesting. It was basically a joke on how I would react to it and certain elements of it. So that'll be very fascinating, I'm sure. Very fascinating. I think the only critic I saw was pacing, but that's more people's taste rather than an issue of the show. Yeah, I could see that, honestly. A critique of The Bear would probably be the pacing. But, I mean, if you're into that kind of like slowness, like I really loved Mad Men, and that was a glacier moving. It was so slow moving. But I really enjoyed the writing and everything on it, so I stuck around. So if you're into, a little slower pace, I think you'll like it. Seems pretty good so far. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop in. The first one is going to be Queen Oliver and Thea. Queen from Arrow. TikToks because they are the best siblings in the Arrowverse. So let's go ahead and bring that up. And before we do that, I'm going to move it over so we can actually see a little bit more of it. And I don't want to cut off any of the watermarks from TikTok. So I think we'll be good there. We shall see. Let's go ahead and jump in. Oliver and Thea. By the way, as I'm doing this, I'm going to be charging the mouse because it's on 3%, which is not great. Am I able to pause it? Nope. All right, let me move this over so I can pause it. There we go. Watching an edit of them, their final goodbye at the end too. Oh, before Oliver's sacrifice, yeah. Yeah, it's quite a few. Definitely quite a few. Actually, it's kind of surprising it's still going. A lot of people. Yeah, that's true. Very successful. Mia, definitely have reacted to Mia. Nice.
It's really nice to have you back.
Well, I could say the same to you. I mean, Hub City and Russia really racking up those miles.
Well, they're coming for brunch, and I expect you to be there.
I have plans.
That's fine. Brunch is tomorrow.
Inches from a clean getaway.
Well, you too, Thea.
Snap.
Nobody says that anymore.
Nothing quite like a sibling dialogue where you can rip into each other, but it's all done with love.
You're a crush object with a badge. Said they were working with Interpol.
Yeah.
Why don't I work up a little tech? You distract her with a little flirty flirt. Slip said tech onto her phone. It'll turn into a microtransmitter and boom, we'll learn everything she knows.
It's not how I typically get my information.
How do you typically do it?
I find the person, and then I put the fear of God into them until they talk.
One way to do it. That would work. Sometimes. Most of the time. Most people are probably not used to the fear of God.
We did not see him without his shirt in any of the audition process, so he got it because he was a great actor.
5 minutes after that, my Canadian agent sent an email to everybody, and he's like, Steven, this is the one that you've got to get. This is awesome.
Nice.
I am the Green Arrow. You have failed this city.
I have actually had my
His agent
ass
definitely was
literally
right.
saved by the Flash. A couple years ago at this very Comic-Con, I had an itch on my ankle and decided to bend down and scratch said itch. And while doing that, the entire back end of my dress just completely popped. And thankfully, Rand Gustin ran right behind me, took off his blazer and wrapped my ass and saved it. I was so saved by the Flash.
There you go.
Come a long way from the IT girl secretly crushing on Oliver Queen.
What's up, Megan?
Secret, everybody knew. Zero poker face.
Don't worry. I'll figure out what's wrong with Oliver.
This is Felicity.
She's setting a mind.
I see the way you look at him.
How many girlfriends do you have exactly?
The other night, I asked you if you liked Oliver.
I told you. I don't.
I remember. But if you did, I could see why. I mean, Oliver Queen, he is a billionaire by day and saves the city by night.
Oh, enjoy work.
Now I'm sort of happy I didn't buy the shot glass with the panda on it, because then you'd be worried I was Panda Man.
One day closer to the weekend, they say.
Oliver, Jonas Queen, Felicity, Megan Smoke. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Please
Oh.
kiss your brides.
Isn't that adorable?
Will you marry me?
No.
I gotta say, it must feel quite good. It must feel quite good to meet somebody who's also superhuman, or at least, does special things. Like, I assume Barry Allen would feel extremely alone figuring this stuff out.
Aw, people say he's
So Oliver might not be, super powered, but he is, he can relate a little bit. They do similar things, even though it's different.
It's shocking that you know who Voldemort is.
I read a few of the Harry Potter books.
Really? I was gonna bet Thea that you just saw the movies.
The one who looks like the chick from Twilight.
What's Twilight? Party is gonna be themed. I'm thinking prison.
Leadership position in the company.
No. Well, you know us billionaire vigilantes. We do love our toys.
Gotta get him caught up on Twilight. Come on now. Team Edward, Team Jacob. Which way does Oliver go?
Right my wrongs.
Especially for being just like you.
That scene with his dad in the boat was crazy. That came out of nowhere. It's one of the few moments I've ever been left speechless by a show.
When you like this, that is what you do. And that is who you are, Mom. Lies.
Yeah, both went through it, indeed. Interesting.
Felicity?
I know. The first time we met, the first thing you asked me to do was pull data off a damaged laptop. It's kind of romantic.
Felicity Smoke? Hi, I'm Oliver Queen. I'm having some trouble with my computer, and they told me that you were the person to come and see. I was at my coffee shop surfing
Bullet
the web,
holes.
and I spilt a latte on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Because these look like bullet holes.
my coffee shop is in a bad neighborhood. If there is anything that you can salvage from it, I would really appreciate it.
That might be one of my favorite meetings of future lovers
to being
I think
your
I've ever
girl.
seen. That was hilarious.
Girl. Your girl.
Spilled my latte
You will
at a
always
coffee
be my
shop.
Felicity. And Merry Christmas.
I'm Jewish.
Happy Hanukkah.
Oh,
It was red. Slade took low because he wants to kill the woman I love. So he took the wrong woman. I love you.
I love you.
cool meeting. Nice. There's a thief and stuff. Oh my gosh. That's an interesting meeting too.
It's a hosen, and in Buddhism it symbolizes reconnecting. I kept it in hopes that one day it would reconnect to me with you.
The world's not perfect, but it's not that bad if we got each other, and that's all we have. I will be your brother, and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you. When the world's not perfect, when the world's not kind, if we have each other, then we'll both be fine. I will be your brother, and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you.
I've just been wondering if this is even who I really am. And I threatened to kill a little girl, and I realized I'm my father's daughter, so I thought about Laurel and what she'd say to me if she were here. I think she'd tell me to get out before I lost too much of myself. I'm sorry, Ollie.
You don't have to apologize to me ever.
Yeah, indeed. Music choices are definitely on point.
Do you trust me? Are you Oliver Queen? Yes. Then I trust you with every cell in my body.
They do point out just how beautiful a lot of music can make content, shows, movies, whatever. Like it really can convey so much emotion that, you know, yeah, you can get in a song, but when you see it to a show that you love or people you love, like it just completely changes it.
Just thinking that I'd really love to be able to lean on Thea. I mean, she just has an knack for this sort of thing.
She'd be the most badass aunt ever.
Would she ever?
You have such a cool aunt, you know. Proves of bad behavior.
I would love that. And Thea's not gonna switch over.
I said sip and
Cool aunt, cool
drink.
uncle.
I called Thea.
Always great.
Yeah, I came to have you sign this before city council went into mutiny, but that can totally wait. Count me in.
For what? I thought you were tired.
Yeah, but it's aliens.
Oh, that is so cute. You guys are just gonna get together and go fight some aliens. Have you lost your mind? They're aliens, and there's only 4 of you.
Not if we get Stein and, you know, all the others.
They're calling themselves the Legends.
Egotistical, but catchy.
There are reasons.
What are they?
Egotistical but catchy.
Besides you sleeping with her sister and her sister dying and her father hating your guts and you basically being a jerk to everybody since you've been back.
Not changing my nickname.
I like Speedy.
Are you familiar with my body of work? If you are, then you know I can come up with something so much better than Speedy.
Why don't you get a
Oliver created the
haircut
universe.
and then
Barry
we
helped
can talk
evolve it.
about it?
I think you're just mad because my conditioner game is on point.
So this.
It's the Flash. Did I know we knew the Flash? We knew the Flash, okay. I didn't know we knew the Flash.
Thank you.
You guys have to act the parts. Come on, try it.
That's funny.
I'm the Green Arrow.
Wear that.
Where's Rachel?
When you said suit up, you meant like right now? I'm hungry.
Yes, now. We've been suiting up for 20 minutes.
I watched a behind the scenes for the Dark Knight trilogy, and Christian Bale came into that audition, and they had to audition as Bruce Wayne, of course, in a suit, tux, whatever, and they had to be charming. And then they had a second part to the audition where you had to wear, you know, basically, I think they used the Batman Forever or Batman Return. They used the one from, I don't think it was Michael Keaton. I think it was George Clooney's Batman suit. And they had to wear that. And yeah, he actually came into the audition, lowered his voice and kind of added that gravel to it, you know, the "Where's Rachel?" you know, that kind of thing. So he had a portion of that in his audition, and Christopher Nolan apparently was just like, I like that. Like he was the only one that really kind of tried to morph into Batman and kind of make it his own. It was very good.
I mean,
It was very cool to see because I'd never seen the audition tapes.
Yeah, it's a skirt, so I don't have to deal with legs and zippers and stuff like that.
Okay.
Whoa!
Wow. It's a rush.
Sorry.
Apparently, Cillian Murphy was one of the choices to play Bruce Wayne.
Oh, Barry. What have you done this time?
Suit up.
How do I put this? I forget. Do I need help putting this on?
We are exactly what we're supposed to be.
Every one of his liars look like a mini Batcave. Or layers, excuse me. Looks like a mini Batcave. I'm pretty sure someone called it the Arrow Cave.
My brother needed
I like it.
the green one.
I love you.
I love you too.
Think of it as a...
It's very touching.
See you later. And please don't die.
We have been friends. We have been enemies. From now on, let us just be brothers.
Not the Bradford kind.
No. Real family. Someone told me just recently that about time I made peace with it. Sounds like a smart someone.
Yeah. I wanted to thank both of you for just being there for me, no matter what. It means a lot to me that I've had a chance to see the type of man you've become.
The real heroes.
It's kind of interesting, like, atonement moments.
Goodbye, brother.
Goodbye, Oliver.
Thank you. I'm really proud of you, Dad.
Wow.
Not as proud as I am of you. Goodbye, sweetie.
Bye, Ollie.
Lots of goodbyes. And good moments. Oliver's death was basically sealed.
What? Who is that?
It's nice that he had all those one-to-ones with people.
That's Tommy Merlin.
Kind of like, talk it out. Get that kind of resolution.
See his other brother?
And my best friend. Tom's fine. Why should I trust you? Because you always have.
I missed you so much.
You were with me the whole time. I miss you so much.
If he's
Oh,
telling
that's
us
nice.
to keep away,
That's
you should
nice.
say something.
No offense to you, but your brother's kind of a wimp.
Don't say that.
Why not?
Oh,
It's true.
My brother survived 5 years alone on an island. 5 years. I thought I had lost him.
who's that talking smack? Come on now.
He traded his life for yours.
No, I'll always see you as my big brother.
Lucky guess, I guess.
So why bees? Why not an obsession with flying squirrels?
You're my family. I'll let it jump. Love you too, brother.
So, what do I call you?
Dig was good. Dig if you want. My brother needed me. The green one. That's the thing about being brothers. You never, ever have to ask.
Glad they finally fixed it.
I know, but there's a difference between leaving and being replaced.
Oh, it's really cute. You think I can be replaced? I didn't hesitate. I just didn't kill you.
And when the fight is real?
I'm not a killer. I killed Sarah.
I couldn't even fathom killing someone, and in the last month, I've held a gun to Slade Wilson's head and nearly took my father's life twice.
When I went to Nana Parpet, I
Growth.
killed you guys.
Let them go, or I kill your daughter. Do you think I'm bluffing?
I was gonna do it. I was gonna kill that little girl.
You taught me how to kill. Maybe I am a killer. Maybe that's the real me.
All these voices in my head.
Yikes.
I wish that I could shut them out. I'm sorry that I let you down. Let you down.
Let's give them one.
How?
That depends on
I
how
don't talk
close you
about
are with your
Oliver's
former
pain, but
drug
there's
dealer.
other people that should have spoken. Yeah.
Depends which one.
What's that level of humanity?
She was 4 months old when we first met.
Taking another person's life.
Risa, I peeked my head into the bath.
Most people can't do that.
And
Unless
Thea,
it's like very
all
dire.
16 weeks. She stuck her tongue out at me.
So it's interesting to see her kind of struggle with that. It's very realistic, I would assume.
How did you find that out? Guy's still alive, right?
Was vigilante and we nearly had him.
You nearly got him. Ollie, it looked like he was about to Scarface you guys.
Is there something that I can do for you? Didn't you tell me that guys like us don't get the girl?
Yep. That was wrong.
Well, I was getting ready to make my move.
What move? The one to the morgue?
Cool. I mean, awful.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
The back and forth here. are
I
just
spent the better part of 5 years on an island in the North China Sea. Don't get cold, Barry.
Now you'll listen to me.
It's your city.
I'm open to suggestions.
Oh, now you're listening to me?
It's your city, Oliver.
I will tell Roz this was you, that Thea was under your control.
And he will still kill her. Tell Roz that you killed Sarah Lance.
I'm someone that will do whatever it takes to save my sister.
He traded his life for yours.
Because I love you. No matter what.
Please don't now.
Nice meeting you.
I ended it.
I could eat that girl for lunch. Yeah, she dances on my tongue. Tastes like she might be the one.
One time, Oliver
Hello.
cheated on his girlfriend with her sister. Hey!
Oh, oh.
You did. Thanks for showing up back there, but I had that. I was getting ready to make my move.
What move? The one to the morgue?
Cool.
Sarah's that one character that never dies.
I don't know what to do, man. I need help.
Barry, when you're up there and you look into her eyes,
I think I'm gonna puke. Oh, no, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Lazarus Pit.
Should I hug it out?
no. And I really mean this time. Twice you've made me hug you. No. All right. Hey, I
Also,
mean
that
it.
was brought back by Pit. Wild.
Since when is that a thing?
About 8 months. Maybe if you save Star City, you might get one too. Also, I just noticed no sleeves. Don't you get cold?
I spent the better part of 5 years on an island in the North China Sea. Don't get cold, Barry.
You're really good at this time,
Passing
Barry.
comment,
Seriously, yeah.
but it's so funny.
Yeah, seriously. You come to Star City, you ask for my help, and then inevitably, immediately, we end up the creek. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I'm supposed to be the all-knowing mentor.
I have been known to catch up. What's wrong? You didn't react to my joke. Oh, that's fine. You got it.
I'm not really a hugger.
Yeah, tell me something I don't know. But the thing is, I am fast enough to just hug you without you knowing, so you might as well let me. Thanks. That wasn't so bad, right?
I'm going home with the suit. Let's be clear. I'm definitely going home with the suit. My plan is just to wear it on the last day and then just not take it off. What are they gonna do? Fire me?
There should always be at least one Green Arrow.
That's funny. Honestly, if I played any superhero, I would want whatever I was wearing.
Take care of myself.
You are still recovering from 6 months in a coma, dear. Let me be a little overprotective here.
Can I get a discount? If they're gonna charge me for it, can I get a discount at least? It is worn.
Feel the terror becoming prey. See how quickly we become predator.
Jump straight out of the Lazarus Pit. Right into this.
Yeah, I remember the Lazarus Pit from
He used to be really afraid of the dark, and he needed a
from the
nightlight in
Arkham
his
City
70s. Like what,
games.
16?
Not a nightlight. I was.
Drugs together, fuck up clubs together, and we both go crazy. If we was to sever,
Arkham Asylum, Arkham City,
keep mobbing, it's just
Arkham
me and my
Knight, I
bitch.
think.
Fuck the world, we just gon' keep getting rich.
Truly wonderful video games.
Bye, Speed.
Can't be fired if the show's finished. Yeah, very true.
You can be the beauty and I could be the monster. I wanna make it quiet, I wanna make it
They take it out of your last paycheck. Oh, that'd be so petty. That would be so petty.
Just for 90 seconds of seriousness. You gotta admit, this is a little cool. I will find it a lot cooler when I wake up in my own bed tomorrow morning.
You woke up in bed with Iris?
Mm-hmm.
We have to fix this right now.
We can make it if we try.
I missed you.
Love the Arkham trilogy.
I missed you too.
Had this show's feel.
Pretty sure
Once
I'm
ran
not
into
the
a criminal and even said he failed the
Last year I
city.
made a deal with a cosmic being named Arnovu.
That was a great,
Recently he came
great
to
trilogy.
collect his debt. He has
I don't think I ever played Asylum,
What are you
but
not telling me?
they were all
He's
good.
seen the future.
Even without playing it, I know it was good.
He's seen me die. It's soon, Speedy. I can't believe I'm saying goodbye to you again. Good to see
Every day I miss you.
Goodbye, Speedy.
Do you understand that we will never be the same again? Do you understand that we will never be the same again? The future's in our hands and we will never be the same again. The future's in our hands and we will never be the same again.
I will marry you.
If I never stole your purse, then I never would have met you. Loving you has changed my life, Theo.
You don't have a lot of time in this life. Then
You've made us criminals. You've made us liars and victims. You, Mr. Queen, are not a hero. You're a villain.
I've never been more wrong in my life. Oliver Queen wasn't just a hero. He was a good man. He was an honorable person. The fact that he didn't start out that way makes him, in my book, even more honorable. He stands as a reminder to all of us. Anyone can change.
That was a good speech. That was an excellent edit. Excellent.
And it's the beginning.
Beautifully done.
You remember what I told you? Dying is the easy part. I'm at peace. I think both of you can watch your life with me.
Oliver Queen sacrificed his life for our world's survival. He is known to us as the first of our heroes. And while this is a devastating loss, we can take...
Pretty amazing. Wow. Excellent. Lots of great edits in there. Great compilation there. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. And of course, for those of you watching live, there is the link. Enjoy. Check out the channel as well. There might be other videos that you might find fascinating. All right, let's pull up some information on Oliver, of course. We've gone over that, but we'll touch on it a little bit. And then Thea, which can't remember if we got too in-depth there, but that should be fascinating. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Nice. Congratulations. Congratulations indeed. Oliver, of course, civilian, Green Arrow, Spectre. Status deceased, unfortunately. Quote to Barry Allen, when my father sacrificed himself when he gave me my extra years, what was I doing with them? I was wasting them. I was drowning myself in this sea of pain and darkness and saying, Ollie, if you cross one more name off the list, if you save your city one more time, then you'll absolve yourself of all of this guilt. And I was wrong. It is something that you have to learn to live with. That is why people sacrifice themselves. That's why I sacrifice myself for you. So that in all of this darkness, you could be a guiding light, a hero. What an unbelievably great character to kind of pass the torch, if you will, to Barry. Billionaire, former playboy, turned archer superhero of Star City, leader of Team Arrow, who later died as a savior of the multiverse. He was a son of the late Robert Queen, which, boy, if you've ever seen the first episode, whoa. Moira Queen, the older paternal half-brother of Emiko, the older maternal half-brother of Thea, the husband of Felicity, of course, the father of William and Mia. He was also the ex-boyfriend, good friend of the late Laurel Lance, Sarah Lance, and Shadow. He was also the ex-lover of Samantha. Boy, that's quite the hit list that that's being listed here. You're at her rebelling party girl stage who just saw her brother back from the dead. I think at your Arrow reactions, her proper story really begins from season 2, right after Malcolm is revealed as Thea's birth father, making her Tommy's half-sister as well as Oliver's half-sister. Gotcha. Yes, definitely in the rebelling phase, for sure. Oliver was lost from society after his family's yacht sank and made it to the island of Lian-Yu, where he went on a mission of survival and self-discovery, learning skills that include and aren't limited to archery, swordsmanship, hand-to-hand combat, etc. He traveled to China and Russia on missions as an agent of Argus for some time, became a member of the Solnetskaya Bratva, known as Kaput? Not sure. Russian for car hood. There you go. And the murderous vigilante Lucknick, Russian for archer. After being presumed dead and lost at sea for 5 years, Oliver returned home. Hey, I'm back. With a mission to save his city from crime and corruption. He began his crusade as the archer, who would eventually become known as the Hood, Sterling City Vigilante, or simply the Vigilante. I'm assuming the area only had one so far. As the Hood, Oliver was willing to use lethal force by targeting members on his father's list. The list, as was mentioned earlier. After the undertaking caused the death of his best friend, Tommy, Oliver decided to continue his crusade, renamed as the Arrow, stylized as Emerald Archer, while also making a vow to avoid killing whenever possible to honor Tommy's memory. As the Arrow, Oliver continued working with Diggle and Felicity, met forensic scientist Barry from Central City, and had confrontations with Slade, who he met on the island and had presumed dead. 5 months ago, after saving Starling City from the siege, the Arrow was declared as a hero to the citizens of Starling City. Look at all these affiliations. Oh my gosh. Look at all those alter egos. Spectre, Green Arrow, The Flash, altered reality. Ra's al Ghul, briefly. Al-Sahim, The Arrow, The Hood. Inmate 4587. Wow. Obviously, there's a lot of history here. This page is very well written. Let's see if there's anything interesting that we want to pull out here. Personality. I mean, I would say his personality goes on quite a arc of, playboy, arrogant, whatever, to, rich, pampered, spoiled playboy. Unimaginably wealthy and privileged family, he came to act and think as though he was incapable of having any problems. Notorious womanizer, having great interest in being the life of the party, didn't care who got hurt. Selfish, reckless, lighthearted, cheerful, carefree, laid back, fun-loving, of course. All the tropes that you would expect from a rich playboy. But definitely had quite the arc of humanity, and certainly after the island, it seemed, became more of a person, if you will. Slade, a.k.a. Deathstroke, killing Moira in front of her children, yikes, was the start of Thea's arc for me. Completely broke her, and the rebirth began from there. Dark magic immunity. Dark magic negation. Interesting. Oliver's eyes glow a yellow color. That's interesting to know. When Oliver's soul was in purgatory, Oliver was empowered with the spiritual powers of Jim Corrigan, becoming the new Spectre to prepare him for the final battle against the Anti-Monitor. When accessing these powers, his voice becomes hollow and his eyes glow green, describing Oliver's capabilities as channeling the entire multiverse. Even after it was destroyed in this state, he proved to be even capable of overcoming Mobius and recreating the destroyed multiverse, making him one of the most powerful beings in the entire multiverse. Barry would later describe Oliver as having the power of a god, which Oliver himself did not dispute. Whoa. Cosmic awareness, bioluminescence, his eyes glowing green, antimatter manipulation, like that is wild. Chronokinesis, energy shield, levitation, was able to fly to quickly catch up to the Anti-Monitor in midair. Wow. Precognition. Oliver was able to amplify Barry's connection to the Speed Force, giving Barry the energy boost needed to enter the Speed Force to travel back in time to face the Anti-Monitor. That's a lot of incredible power of a god, I guess. Very interesting. Very interesting. Barry Allen, you have the power of a god. That's cool. That is a very interesting look. Thea, of course. I'm going to miss you so much. You'll be with me the whole time. Thankfully, alive. Also known as Mia during her time in Corto Maltese, is the daughter of the late Malcolm Marilyn and Moira Queen, legal daughter of the late Robert. Though treated unquestionably as his daughter throughout his life. Originally a spoiled rich girl, party girl, and drug addict, Thea cleaned up her act after Oliver's return and getting involved with Vertigo. Wow, Oliver's return had lots of positives. She later began doing community service in the Glades and became close to Roy, a small-time criminal whom Thea helped reform and search for the vigilante The Hood. After the undertaking, she took over her brother's nightclub, Verdant, and occasionally joined Roy and Cindy Simone's efforts to clean up the Glades. During this time, Thea was confronted with a growing number of secrets from her family and boyfriend, including her true parentage. In the aftermath of Moira's murder and the siege, Thea left Starling City with Malcolm for 5 months, during which she trained how to fight before returning home. It was also in this period that Malcolm drugged her into killing Sarah Lance in a bid to erase Ra's al Ghul's vendetta against him. The plot resulted in Thea learning about Oliver's vigilantism and almost dying at Ra's hands until she was healed by the Lazarus Pit. Wow. Later became a vigilante, a member of Team Arrow, of course, using her brother's childhood nickname for her, Speedy, as her codename. Although at first she liked to be called Red Arrow. I like that. I like the Red Arrow. Well, it's kind of cool that she chose Speedy. On Earth Prime, Thea's Earth 1 memories were restored after her brother's sacrifice to recreate the multiverse. In the new timeline, she became engaged to Roy and attended Oliver's funeral, where Thea met her stepsister, Emiko. Interesting. Very, very cool. Even before becoming Speedy, Thea already had some skill in archery, as several archery trophies can be seen in her room. This concept recurs when she throws an empty bottle with great accuracy to save Roy from a thug with a gun. Thea enjoys shopping. Because of this, she is well-versed in fashion brands. Obsession with art in her senior year of high school. Likes the Harry Potter series, which we definitely heard of in the compilation. Basically the same club you saw her break into. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. She would later own it. That's cool. That is cool. Thea's not in the comics? Thea suggested that her vigilante identity could be Red Arrow before being prompted by Oliver to take the name Speedy. In the comics, Red Arrow was an alias used by Roy and Emiko. Oh, okay. As the daughter of a previous Ra's al Ghul, Thea is an heir to the demon. Whoa. Thea was kidnapped 7 times in the series. Wow. That's a lot. That is a lot. But to be fair, when you're thinking about how do you get to Oliver, the best way to do it, loved ones, right? It's like bad guy 101. We really want to get to this person, or we want them to come to us. How do we do it? Kidnap a loved one. There you go. Easy as that. In the original pitch for Arrow, Thea's name was spelt Thia. I wonder why they changed it. When the series Arrow was casting for Thea, Queen, Melissa Benoist auditioned for her, but ultimately lost. Melissa would go on, however, to be cast as Kara Danvers in Supergirl. So the girl that plays Supergirl could have been Thea Queen. Isn't that crazy? Wow. That is interesting. It's kind of weird how that works. And then you're like, well, this person's always been Supergirl, so I couldn't see her in any other role. But, you know, it's just one of those things. Apparently in The Dark Knight, obviously I learned a lot from that, and I watched it recently, the behind the scenes. Cillian Murphy auditioned for Bruce Wayne. They just didn't like his Batman, I guess. They liked his Bruce Wayne dressed up in the, you know, the tuxedo and everything, but when it came to wearing the suit, they were just like, not as good as Christian, I guess. So that's kind of interesting. But they knew, obviously, Christopher Nolan was like, I like him regardless. And since then, Christopher Nolan and Cillian Murphy have been like this. Like, I think he's been in like 6 Christopher Nolan movies at this point. Like, it's a lot. It is a lot. I wonder if he's going to be in that. I think he's doing an Odyssey or the Iliad movie right now. I wonder if Cillian Murphy's going to be in that. Who knows? Who knows? But it's definitely been good for his career. That's for sure. So even though he didn't get Batman, he got Scarecrow, which I thought was fantastic. He was a great Scarecrow. All right. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is Shourtney compilation Because Your Honor, I Love Them. Your Honor, I love them. Melissa auditioned for Thea, became Supergirl. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So obviously she must have done well. Like going from a supporting character to like a main character, like obviously you did too well, I guess, in the audition, maybe. It's good. Obviously, you know, it just goes to show if you audition for any role, it might lead to something else. That kind of happened to me, honestly, in my interview for a job that I didn't get. I literally got passed over for the job. I thought I did pretty well in the interview. I don't know. I guess someone did better. And I ended up getting interviewed next by the person that was in there as like part of it, but wasn't like the main person. So apparently they liked what I was saying. So I ended up getting my job based off a different interview. So it's kind of weird like that. In a weird way, I kind of relate to getting a job after you interview for something. Darren Criss from Glee was Music Meister in the musical episode crossover. Wow. Interesting. They were both on Glee. Wow. Glee was a hit. Like, we went over that. The ratings were just way larger than I thought they were. So it's not surprising quite a few people were on there. But, all right. Here we go. Shourtney compilation Because Your Honor, I Love Them. Let's jump into it.
You either the hero or long enough to become the villain.
What a wild start.
I think, no, keep it. Keep it. No, say it again. Say
It's
it
really
again.
funny.
No, stand up on
my
your chair. Stand up on
I
your
sat there cooking for a bit, okay? I was like, I need to come up with a Batman reference.
Reading your books out loud.
Can you imagine?
Speaking of Batman.
She's sleeping and you're like, I ventured down to the mountains.
I wish. But I'm very surprised I haven't like heard you talking in your sleep like a fake Reddit story that your dream conjured up.
I don't dream about Reddit stories too much. I never.
No,
I
I
also
only
don't
dream about
remember any of my
video games.
dreams.
Oh yeah, Bob's Burgers too.
Oh yeah, I have worked on that one. I want to do all those characters from that show because I love Bob's Burgers.
I love that actor's voice. I
Yeah.
could listen to him forever.
Yeah, he's very he's very nasally, and he's like here, and it's just like
That's
Lynn,
perfect.
Okay, fine. I'll open up the shop. I can work all day by myself. I don't need you.
I'm waving because it's hot in here. And
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
Oh, sure. Courtney's just super upset with me, and
That is a great
okay,
impression.
she's waving me away. Great. But they're very similar. Like the cadence is similar to, because with Gronk, he's kind of the same way of how they'll like pause and they'll kind of be like this, and so is Archer and Bob. They'll take their time sometimes.
Wow.
Love those.
I had no idea Shane could do those
Those are good
voices.
devices.
In a copper coffee cup.
Can you
Wow.
do H. John Benjamin?
Oh, H. John Benjamin, or are you talking about?
No, I want H. John Benjamin.
You're talking about Bob's Burgers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, I gotta try to get into it a little bit better. Okay.
Oh,
Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup. I'm not doing H. John Benjamin that well right now.
Yeah, but your
Gotta get
voice
into the
sounds
Archer.
pretty good.
Okay, Lynn. Yeah. All right, getting there. Okay. Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup. I was just kind of myself.
That's pretty good. Wow, you're really
Yeah, but then I'll try to
backpedaling.
go over to here to Patrick Warburton. Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup.
That's actually really
What's
good.
up, Megan?
Thanks.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Getting Arby's later.
Susan has feelings for Brianna Boho.
No. It's insane. It's ridiculous.
Are you sure?
It's the most insane question I've ever been asked my entire life.
For Dad.
My dad.
Gosh.
Oh my God, I hate this.
What the
Right.
hell? Find the kid? Find the kid.
I hate his run so much.
There's Dad.
I hate his run so much.
Oh my God, toe rings.
What?
I'm top heavy in the way that my breasts are really large.
Oh my God, he doesn't deserve this woman. Babe. I'm hot. Is it okay if I make sound effects?
Of course.
I don't know what was happening there.
Make me laugh like the Pillsbury Doughboy, all while on top. All while on top, his preference and.
His preference! His preference? Oh, his preference?
URL, you are.
What's amazing is Courtney was having more of a crash out than Angela.
Again, ick. You gave me the ick 2 times today. 2 times today.
For the first time.
I call it hog. But penis, I also call it penis.
I love hog. I love hog, and I'm going to start doing that.
All right, soldiers, get your hogs out.
I love that.
Hog inspection.
Oh, no.
Hog inspection time.
I think it's better because
Damn.
dong is lame.
Got it. That was the last one. Courtney, you pranked the world by keeping your relationship with your coworker a secret until you were married to each other and dropping the news on April Fool's Day. True. Deceit is a sin and lying is a crime. Lucky for you, that Shane guy is pretty cool. Hot, even. Rumor has it he's got quite the hog. If wanting a piece of that is a crime, then lock me up.
Oh my God.
You want to take it?
I can go.
All right.
Okay, sounds good. Great.
That sounded like a Reddit post.
Rump stuck in the trash chute again. Gerald, see to it he gets out.
On my way.
I'm not the pleasant fucker. I'm the pleasant fucker's son. I'm only fucking pleasant to the pleasant.
You
Hi, honey. You're cheating on us? Oh, no.
Yep.
Vibes. Okay, ready?
Yeah, the announcement, amazing. Amazing.
I wish to wish the wish you wish to wish, but if you wish the wish the witch wishes, I won't wish the wish you wish to wish.
You destroyed that
Crushed.
one.
Who are you going to betray?
Shane.
Well, that's clear.
I think you already did betray me.
Yeah.
Sounds like you already did.
No, we slept in shifts.
And he's injured.
And now you're suddenly I'm injured, and now you're
And
hanging
you're
out with
gone.
my wife.
His
What's
wife.
going on here?
She's my wife.
Oh my.
Oh, I spit.
Oh,
Ew. No.
It's funny how everybody
Ew.
tried to go back.
Clip it. You're sick.
Clip
You know what?
it.
I'm gonna start
It's funny how everyone tried to go back in time and like, when were they dating?
URL, which is you're really a loser right now, Shane.
You're really a loser. Wait, what else does it stand
Guys,
for?
check out Earl over on Smosh.
My name is Earl over on Smosh. Person to my left.
When do you think it
fused with
started?
The person to my right. Shut up. So, the chosen. Good evening, Cincinnati. Fred fed Ted bread, and Ted fed Fred bread in bed, and then he gave each other head. Good night.
Yes, that was really good.
Wait. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Oh no.
He's putting that whoopee cushion back. Hold on 1 second. Not part of the bit. Don't you wish you could
That's
do
too
that in
bad.
real life?
Don't you wish? Don't you wish?
Dang.
Don't you? Do you wish?
I wish. Okay, I have so much to say about that.
All right. Let's
Save
go.
it. No, babe. Literally.
Okay.
That's too bad to hear.
Literally save it.
No, let's save it for the pod.
No, babe. Save it.
Let's save it for the pod.
I literally have so much to say about that. Babe, save it.
I was referring.
I have so much to say. The things that's held me back from arresting these people is that I see what they go through.
Right.
I see where it comes from, what they're dealing with all the time, you know. And I don't want to hurt this family. I don't want to hurt this family.
Careful, another one of fire clean out.
It's only beneficial to have Joe here today.
Right.
And
you know, I'm
always.
not trying to tear this family apart. I'm just
Peter.
trying to bring peace to the
No
neighborhood.
resistance left.
Just think about the security we would have if we shared a bed, all three of us.
That's just a real reference.
Oh, look who's back.
Mom, close your legs.
Wow, slut shaming too. Okay.
Big talk coming from
Oh,
you.
it's really good stuff.
What's next? You're gonna call her gay?
Wow,
Trevor lets
Meg.
Courtney into his shelter.
Are you kidding? Dude, Trevor
Courtney
is
hanging
winning.
out with Arasha and Trevor?
Dude, it's because you passed out from exhaustion, so you need someone that's gonna laugh.
Why haven't you been taking your meds?
Because I don't fucking need them! I don't need them!
Yeah. What do you call it? Penis. Dong. Or Johnson. Oh no, S's. S's are so hard.
That's what I always say. That's what I'm always saying, dude.
She's topping
That's what all the
you.
boys say.
You're welcome. You're blessed. And you knew that. We are blessed. She is performing for you. And you go to that? Buddy, can your mind please iOS update your brain?
That guy in the middle of sex was like, what if I never have sex again? And then he made that choice.
I love FanDuel!
Off.
My Paul Way didn't hit.
Fuck.
We have nothing.
Oh my God.
One of the four
Okay.
horsemen.
Don't be a bitch about it.
Oh my
My
god.
wife, the bitch. She's pitching.
Woo, woo.
The amount of people online gambling right now is wild. Wild. I think it's legal in 40 of the 50 states in the United States. And it's become so bad. Like everything is bettable. Like you can bet on literally everything. It's crazy.
I'm sorry.
Get out there, Jam.
Is it time?
It's time.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's Ted.
Courtney!
Woo! License and registration, please. You were pulled over because okay. You were pulled over because of too much wind noise on your car. Do you realize how loud it is? I'm streaming tears. Jesus Christ. You get into a fit of laughs and you just
I'm gonna wake up at 3 a.m. tonight to hear Courtney somewhere else in the room being like, Peter Piper picked a pack of pickle. In the corner, just whispering it to herself. All right.
Okay, you got this.
Get your head in the game.
Shane.
Amanda.
Me and your mom should hang out.
Oh yeah.
I would
She
love
would
that.
She is definitely up to date on.
I've never played
all
Five
the
Nights at
crime
Freddy's,
stuff.
but it
She's talking about
seems
you.
terrifying.
She be talking about you. Yes.
Yeah.
She loves
thinks
you.
you're very
Oh my
funny.
god, I'm honored.
Everybody in my life also specifically says like they love you. Like you have such an energy that like it's very appealing.
That's very sweet.
That's a good
We
compliment.
should all hang out.
I don't know why I laughed.
Beef cookie, I'm out.
All right, well, get ready to munch this beef cookie. This final. I'm so sorry. Okay, for the record, this is all recorded, by the way. I made a joke about size. I was like, I have so much to say about that. But I meant about my boobs.
Okay, let's give the full context.
Sure.
Guys, later in this episode, we're going to be doing some tongue twisters from our teleprompter, which we have. And fun fact, when we use the teleprompter, we use an Xbox controller to move up and down on the teleprompter.
So cool.
It's so fun.
And if you move the stick left and right, it adjusts the size of the text on screen. And Courtney then turns to both of us and goes, "Don't you wish you could do that in real life? adjust size?" And then Amanda's like, "Yeah," and then you said, "I have a lot to say about that."
Yeah. And then we both looked at you.
And then we and I looked inward.
You looked inward and everything went inward.
Oh my gosh.
And that's Smosh Mouth for you guys.
Welcome to Smosh Mouth. We don't mess around over here.
No, I'll climb a tree.
I believe you can climb a tree.
I believe her. She's gonna do
don't.
it.
Why? Why couldn't I climb a tree, Shane? Tell me.
Just can't.
He's just being a hater because you hung out with Courtney earlier.
Yeah, you're just mad that I took Courtney to the cave.
She turns around and he's just like this. He's like.
That was such a good baby walk. That's so funny.
It was crazy.
It's 2 in the morning.
Also, like, I just drank like 100 health potions and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Can I do it like on your bed or something?
All right, Luke. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh my god.
Update. That's an update face. Update eyebrows. Update. You're gonna take your shirt off?
To give to Angela, not for any other reason.
Update.
Oh, okay.
And like, look, I'm a sauce man, right? I love a good sauce.
No, you don't.
Yes,
Same.
You don't put anything on your hot dog.
I
and you
absolutely
never
will.
give me a
Stop fighting!
You
No, that's not true. I
fighting!
am happy without sauce.
You never dip your
but I love a sauce.
McNuggets in anything.
That's
Can I go
not
to my
true.
room
I use
now?
barbecue
What?
sauce. I use barbecue sauce.
Can I go to my room?
I love a sauce, but if I'm lazy enough, if I'm in the right situation, I will eat things. I will raw dog it. But I love a sauce. Now I also do think, done properly,
can't.
a thing shouldn't rely fully on the sauce. Yeah. Not overreacting right now. The power has gone out.
Hot take: Raising Cane's chicken without the sauce is awful. Awful. It's gotta have the sauce. If you've ever had it before, you know exactly what I'm saying. The chicken is not seasoned at all. Like, not even a little bit. So I know they're known for their sauce, but literally, if you took it away, it would just destroy the entire meal. But I'm definitely a sauce person. Definitely a sauce person.
That was weird.
So the power went out. We're not overreacting to it. But Courtney, you had one last thought on that last story?
Oh, on the last story, I was just saying, I think the sister is jealous of OP because she has a nightmare toddler. Toddlers can be nightmares, and we love them.
Yeah.
But like, imagine seeing your sister doing well and having her own private place, and you get a little mad, you get a little jealous.
Having a sick gaming setup like that,
Yeah.
I'd be jealous
Yeah.
too.
Also, other thought I had that I told Angela is when the power goes out in a room. When I was a teenager, if that happened, I would immediately think of which boy I would make out with in the room.
Who are you thinking?
I love this. Let's make s'more.
Guys, it is back with a vengeance.
Hang on, really quick.
Spirit of vengeance. Ghost Rider.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Just didn't want to be
Burping during my Ghost Rider joke is crazy.
I said 1 second. You were done talking, and then I said 1 second, and then you decided to start talking while I burped. And maybe I'm remembering this wrong. But to say that is
ridiculous.
I was suspicious that you're the minion.
Their dynamic
and
is so
You're
good.
playing an incredible game as the demon. The fact that you're really nervous, like I'm trying to turn a blind eye. I'm trying not to clock you as your life partner. But I promise I've been very honest, and that's I guess all I could say.
No, that's good.
Oh my gosh. Their dynamic is so wonderful because they're very similar. They're very similar. They're just enough different where it's not like, repetitive or anything, but they are so extremely similar. It's not surprising they fell in love and got married. Obviously, there's a lot past that, but boy, their sense of humor is so spot on. Excellent edit there of Shourtney. Your Honor, because I love them. Excellently done. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. We'll throw out some much deserved love. Also check out their channel. They might have other videos that might interest you. And for those of you watching live, there is the link. Enjoy it. Check out their channel. Let's pull up some information on Shourtney. Obviously with Smosh, I mean, we've done quite a few reactions to them at this point. There's still more to be had, more to be found. But the information is quite thin. Quite thin. So if you know anything about them and you would like to help out, certainly let us know in the Discord. Join the Discord. Smosh's Courtney Miller reveals why she announced Shane Top marriage on April Fool's Day. Let's see. Obviously, they announced they tied the knot on April 1st, aka April Fool's Day, causes stir among fans as no one could tell if it was real or an elaborate prank. The couple, who have kept their relationship fairly private and on the down low, shared photos from their small wedding. Courtney speaking out about why they got married. What if I had to click that button to continue on? It's probably so they could just serve up like different ads or something. You get like 2 views per article. All right. Quote, Shane and I indeed got married on March 29th at the Santa Barbara courthouse. She confirmed to People, "It's so wonderful to be married to my best friend." She then reveals that announcing on April 1st was very much planned out. We planned to make an announcement about our marriage on April Fool's Day, and it was hilarious. It's nice to finally have our relationship out in the open, and the fans' reactions have been very heartwarming. After their announcement, the Smosh Instagram account shared an uncensored clip from a recent interview between Courtney and Anthony and Ian. Quote, "We heard y'all wanted the uncensored cut for some reason." They captioned the clip, where Courtney says they will have to bleep it out, but reveals she's getting married. Oh, very interesting. Very, very cool. 7 days ago, people complaining about Shane's attitude during the Summer Games reaction. Dude, period. Great way to start a post. They've talked so many times about how they didn't enjoy the punishment era Smosh. Did you not watch how much pain Anthony was in? Noah nearly had to go to the hospital multiple times. And he threw up a lot on camera, too. They were walking on mouse traps with bare feet. Excuse me? What? That was an error? That was an error? Getting slapped, licking armpits and feet, getting ice dumped into their pants, which can cause damage to skin, of course. It sucked. I'm sorry if you're one of the people who thinks that's funny, but to the people, well, that's very much like, the Jackass guys from MTV, doing crazy things that definitely hurt them in ways, and they did it for laughs, cheap laughs. I enjoyed that show. I thought it was absolutely bonkers and crazy, but there was something, I don't know, something really like captivating about it. Like, they were obviously very funny together and willing to do all that stuff and, prank each other and whatnot and just kind of put themselves in dangerous situations. But there was kind of like a weird camaraderie with it. I guess that was the main selling point. Obviously, seeing the craziness they were willing to put themselves through, but also there was a bit of a camaraderie between everybody. I'm sorry if you're one of the people that thinks it's funny, but to the people who actually had to experience that every day while at their job, it wasn't fun. Lasercorn has talked about how they were pressured into doing everything, even when they were scared or in pain. They had to suck it up without complaint. To not do it meant you weren't a team player. And under Defy, that might legitimately threaten your job. Defy was the management company for a while there. I guarantee that their contracts didn't include physical pain. This isn't something they knew was going to happen to them when they applied to the job. So shut the F up when someone who was forced to eat hot peppers on camera for their work says that they didn't enjoy it. Edit. I'm not saying that people are wanting the punishments back. I haven't seen anyone say that. They're just complaining about Shane being less than enthusiastic. I'm also not saying that the only way to bring back summer games is with the punishments. That's completely untrue. I very much want them to bring it back, sans punishments, or at least harmless ones like dunk tanks or, that kind of thing where you throw the ball, hit the target, and then they drop into the water. Not sure why so many people think I'm saying this. Well, I mean, technically your post got 3.2 thousand upvotes and only 260 comments. Like, clearly people are certainly agreeing. Update on Keith from Smosh in the Discord lobby if interested. Appreciate it. I will check that out. Let's see some comments here. Punishments, quote, punishments should always be limited to stuff like dunk tanks, pie in the face. It's like whipped cream or shaving cream, I guess, is another option. I guess whipped cream would be better. Something that's just kind of innocent, no pain like peppers, but getting water dumped on you outside on a hot day, I think would work. Exactly. Dunk tanks, slime buckets, spaghetti noodle hats, not doing snow angels in bathing suits. Yeah. That's probably a much better way to do it. So apparently this summer games thing was quite the torturous event. I can see why people would want that back if they did. Like, it makes things interesting. Obviously, it raises the stakes quite a bit if you're actually scared of the punishment. But, I mean, at that point, you're losing kind of the fun of it. Like, I assume this is supposed to be a very funny, lighthearted thing to enjoy and not like a punishment. Like, that changes the tone of the video completely, right? Or the event. I think the athletic contests are fun. I love the FBI test video. I agree that the punishment era should not be brought back at all. I did not like Eat It or Yeet It or the OG punishment style videos. If they wanted to, they could bring back outdoor games without a punishment. I'd watch the heck out of a weekly bracket outdoor game show. Stuff like tag, hide and seek, foot races. Somebody said, if anything, I think if punishments came back, they should actually be funny, not weird or painful. Like the dog cone and the try not to win videos was a punishment, but it was funny, not weird or mean-spirited. So people were saying Eat It or Yeet It was part of the punishment videos. I don't know. I really like those videos. I think it should be open to... It shouldn't be in your contract or anything, but it should be open. Like, if you want to be on it, then you can be on it, kind of thing. Like, if you accept the fact that you might be eating some weird stuff, or, you might catch a hot pepper or something like that, and you're just like, oh my gosh. Like, clearly, the show Hot Ones, going into it that you're signing up for potentially a really bad time. Like, really bad time if you can't handle, like, hot foods or whatever, sauces. Like, going into it. So as long as going into Eat It or Yeet It, like, you could have a very bad time, like painful, etc. I think it's totally fine. I don't think that's any sort of punishment video. I think if going into it, obviously if it's sprung on you, like, oh, by the way, you're also going to be eating, what is the pepper called? Carolina Reaper? Like, oh, you'll also be eating this, and you had no idea beforehand. That's kind of iffy, for sure. Because then you can't back out of it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I got downvoted for this on the other thread, but I think they can easily just do a basic field day, like competition in a nearby park, and would cover everything I'd be happy to see. I do not care about punishments or extra bells and whistles or of a fancy location. I could totally do without dumb punishments. Most of them were gross. Joven and Courtney's feet, hello. They are not my thing, but I like sports. I like competition. Give me something where you've split people into teams, having them compete over multiple events. Yeah, I mean, that could all be very fascinating. Absolutely love the Smosh Family Feud videos for the same reason. They're competitive, but you can tell it's always in good fun. Right. There's no underlying pressure to do weird stuff or something that could actually cause harm. Hot pepper. Again, with the hot pepper, as long as you know you're signing up for it, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. If you feel pressured to do it, like you might lose pay or they might not want you in as many videos because of it, like obviously that's wrong. That is completely wrong. But if you sign up for it and you're game for it, I don't see anything wrong with it. Are there people generally complaining about that? I just felt bad for the cast. I watched a lot of early Smosh and got back into it when Amanda and Arasha were new, but I missed pretty much the whole Summer Games era. I had no idea Mary broke her hand, jeez, and everyone was just being forced to eat spicy peppers and throwing up from it on camera. That stuff was kind of crazy to hear about. I know Shane also said it was really fun, but I felt so bad for the cast enduring the punishment nonsense. I also feel like if you haven't been told to eat hot peppers and endure ridiculous punishments on camera, then you have no right to judge someone else's reaction to living through that. True. That's true. That is true. But then again, if you were told beforehand and you accepted the challenge, it's on you. That is on you. If you felt forced to do it, that's a whole different thing. Like, obviously, if you were forced to do it, that's not right. Clearly. I didn't watch Smosh until the Arasha I Lied video. Oh my gosh. We just reacted to that. That was so funny. I think the prior era of Smosh was not stuff I would watch. They have evolved to a powerhouse now of fun, classy, inclusive content that I love. I don't find the punishments as enjoyable as many other videos. Call me crazy, but I don't care for seeing people in pain. I didn't like it back then either. Also felt that era of YouTube was very immature, to be honest. That is true. Like the prankster era of YouTube was awful. Awful. And now like people are trying to like live stream pranks. Ugh. It's terrible. I don't think anyone wants it back because of the punishments. We want it because of the wild games and themed normal events. Things like Wipeout and the Belly Flop contest. Defy era sucked. Forced to, yeah, pretty much forced to do to keep their jobs was gross. That's the unfortunate part. When it's actual like management company coming up over the top. I don't know if I'd call Smosh classy, but yeah, that was a bit of a stretch. That was a bit of a stretch. I like the fact that Anthony and Ian are in control of it and there's no like weird pressure to do stuff. I don't know why people like the game so much. The views were low at the time. I tried watching them but couldn't hear anything with everyone just yelling. Seems like something a 13-year-old would like. Hey, that's not nice. We were all 13 once. We had those kinds of, you know, just make it loud and lots of jump cuts. They did not pull the numbers people thought they did. I feel people view the games with nostalgia-colored glasses and don't realize that this era of Smosh and YouTube is, in general, was dead. What years are we talking, really? Like, that would be something I want to know. Oh, okay. Okay, 2015 to 2019. Yeah. This was kind of a weird time. Definitely a weird time. I don't even know what I was watching at this point. Honestly, I don't. I'm trying to think, what was I watching on YouTube between 2015 and 2019? I think it was just tech videos, honestly. I don't know if I really like dove into anything else. Birthday cake 7 days ago. Oh my gosh. This was my birthday cake on the 30th. That's so funny. Look at Shane's face of just concern. It's just awkward. It's very funny. I like how they didn't cover the image with the candles. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Oh geez. Oh geez. The fact that they left Shane untouched is just so funny. It's like his face is saying, "Oh no, I'm next." Struggle with Link, but the cake's fun. True. That is true. We got to have cake on stream. It's like a tradition at this point between Taylor Swift and cake. We've got traditions. We've got history here. Rich history. Rich traditions. Oh my gosh. Best cake ever? When your work wife and your wife decide that they like each other better than you. Happiest birthday to you. Did you make it yourself? Go to a bakery. Cold Stone, really? Chocolate ice cream cake. I'm still eating it 7 days later. That's the beauty of ice cream cake, is that you can just keep it forever, honestly. Taylor Swift cake, peach and thirst traps. Yes, that is the Todd Reacts way. Once you agree to all those terms and conditions, you're in the club. You're in the club. You should have placed the candles behind Court and Shane so it looked like a wall between Amanda and Court and Shane just being awkward. Oh my gosh, that would be funny. That is so freaking funny. I had no idea this was an ice cream cake. It looks just like a normal cake. That's impressive. Also, I didn't know Cold Stone had cakes. I thought it was just ice cream. You know what's interesting is usually when you try to get something printed on a cake, they usually have that weird copyright thing. So they're like, well, we can't technically print that on the cake because it's copyright and you don't own the rights to it. So some of them are sticklers about it, and apparently they're not. Like, this is clearly not the person who's buying it image. So that's kind of cool that they did it. That's awesome. I've been there. I've tried to put something on a cake and they're like, yeah, we can't technically do that. I was like, please, please do it. All right. Let's see this link that Megan sent in. Talking about Keith. So obviously shifting gears here quite a bit. What? Oh, I didn't copy all of it. That's my bad. Or what? What is happening? It's just going to open. The link is broken. Or the page has been removed. How? That is so strange. What if I open this? Is that going to do it? For some weird reason, it's not loading it. That's odd. Oh, the secrets of Discord. The secrets of Discord. Okay. That helps tremendously. I didn't even see it. Oh my gosh. Let's see if we can edit this. I thought I fixed it. I did not. Interesting. All right, we'll just go to the Come on, Instagram. Don't play like this. Don't do this. For some reason, it's not loading. What is going on here? Does it open in this browser? It's not even opening in that browser. What is happening right now? Click. Nothingness. Click. What? What is happening? Instagram's just holding its hand up to my forehead. Like, you cannot go any further. Like, what is that? Anyway. I got an idea. Keith announced on his and Noah's podcast and Instagram today that his tumor has returned and he started to feel sick again. That's not good. Instagram's down? Oh my gosh. Wow, the timing on that is horrendous. What's up? What's up, folklore? It's working in the UK? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Oh, it's just a screenshot. Dang it. It's really awful. Of course, all these comments are just going to be like, it's terrible. I'll have to make a live stream for us so we can donate to help Keith and others. That'd be nice. F cancer, indeed. Completely agree. This just means he gets a chance to go 2-0 against the odds, I believe. My man is currently undefeated. That's awesome. That is super cool. Gosh, that is too bad. Very bad. Hate to see it. Oh my God. Yeah, it's down for certain people, I guess. That is very annoying. Oh, okay. So this was 4 years ago when it was first announced. Huh. Chemo made it shrink tremendously. Okay. So it sounds like maybe have to go back on chemo. Makes a joke out of it. That's funny. That is definitely funny. Wow, what a wild X-ray. Only 4,000 to 6,000 people have this in the U.S. It's rare. Very rare. Good Lord. Wow, that is super rare. Jeez. That's too bad. Check the app and website in the UK. App is at least working for me. I've definitely not called. Yeah, that's very funny. Very funny. Good way to look at it, I suppose. You know, whatever helps, honestly. When you're in that situation, it's up to the person, right? I do not feel good, y'all. I'm pretty sure my tumor has come back, he said. Quote, I go through yeah, it's not even popping up on this. Look at that. That's so strange. I go through pains, aches. Right now I feel good. I took some Tylenol to help me with everything so we can film today, but my stomach is starting to grow. Yikes. That is not good. Obviously, one of the biggest ways to know that things are not working well or things are not going well is just weird abnormal pain or some sort of side effect or something changing in your body that you don't quite recognize as normal. That's usually the first sign. Although Leak did not share if he has received an official diagnosis, he declared Emily is back. Emily Part 2 is back for sure, y'all, referring to his tumor. He added that sometimes it's hard to walk, get out of bed. His neck hurts, cancer's back, people. That's a quote. As light as I'm trying to make it now, if you guys knew how I truly felt on the inside, it wouldn't be a laughing matter. But we're here. Let's pod. So he underwent an operation to remove it. 2023. Long road to recovery. Dang. Pushing through with a smile. Gosh, well, here's hoping that goes exactly how it went last time. His cancer has a name, too, like a French movie. Oh, my gosh. Oh, you know what? I appreciate the humor in the face of it. Clearly, it's not a good thing. Weird pain, abnormal bleeding, always checking with the doctor if something feels not right. Exactly. That is great tip. Anything feels off, it's always good to check just in case. Even if you look, even if it's nothing, right? It's better to check than to not. Even if you feel embarrassed or, you don't want to bring it up because if you get confirmation that it is something, a diagnosis, then you have to deal with that. It's better to do it immediately than it is to just kind of let it sit, let it go, and then it just gets worse, basically. It's the whole thing of the different stages of cancer or whatever. Worse it gets, the longer you let it just sit there, the chances are going down dramatically. So better to check it out immediately. I'm not a doctor or a healthcare professional. I feel like I have to say that just to kind of disclose, make myself legally untouchable. All right. Well, I hope Keith, I hope he gets through it just like he did the last time, and hopefully it stays gone. Emily, or whatever. Bye-bye. Get out of here. Scram. Hopefully everything goes well with that. Let's move on to the next one. It is legal disclaimers are good. Indeed. I'm not a financial advisor or a healthcare professional. Consult with your doctor or financial advisor. Should just have that scrolling across the bottom screen. All right, let's move on to the next one. It is The Bear is indeed a comedy. The Bear Season 1. It definitely has some comedic elements. Maddie Matheson's character in there is just hilariously goofy. from what I've seen so far. So this is going to be interesting. I don't think I've seen much of season 1 at all. Like, I remember seeing commercials for it, like them advertising that the show was going on, but I don't think I ever actually saw anything to do with it. So this will be fascinating. I'm interested. All right, let's go ahead and hop in.
Welcome back to The Bear. I'm Carmen Berzado, and today we're going to be making beef brajal. Now, this is a very special dish in my dysfunctional nightmare of a household. My brother Mike made this for us every single Sunday. My brother, who is addicted to painkillers, blew his head off on the State Street Bridge. Bam! Now, hold on. It gets better. No letter, no goodbye, nothing, except he did leave me our family's restaurant.
Dan and Phil
I
are
used to run
next, immediately
the best
next.
restaurant on the planet Earth. It was pretty different from my brother's shithole, which is barely hanging on by a thread. So that was a nice final fuck you from Michael on the way out. Okay, Nancy, hi, I'm Carmen Berzado. I'm the owner.
He's the owner's brother.
Well, that's good to know.
He's also dead.
He doesn't look dead.
No, I'm not dead. My brother's dead.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
He doesn't look dead.
Wait a minute. To fuck you. Why the hell would he organize it like this?
I don't know. I'll ask him when he's not dead.
Carmen?
Is
that you?
Hey, Mr. Zersky, how are you?
I thought you'd killed yourself.
No. Sir, that was my brother.
Oh my gosh. Good talk.
You are my favorite bitch.
Oh, your English is getting tight, Zeebs. You kidnapping ship captains?
Your mom teach me doing sex.
Oh, that's not cool. I'm fucking with you. That's how you do it.
You know, in Somalia, I am grill master.
Oh, shut up, you old bitch.
That's sexist.
We need the business. Nerds come in from Rockford to play. Yeah, like in 1987, you know, when you were still in that deadbeats balls.
Como la comida extra para usar la comida familiar. Ah, sí, la comida familiar. Fuck off.
There you go, chef. Chef.
The interactions are just crazy.
Go on. What do you think?
It's redundant and white, just like you.
Heard.
Fuck all this. Announcement. Listen up. Bread stays the same. Gravy stays the same.
What is even going on right now? Oh.
Merry Christmas, lizards. These labels. Marcus. What? Where the chili flakes? It's the most Polish shit ever. Cousin organizes, it's more confusing. Right there. Label chili flakes.
I'm thankful for my cats, Ralph.
They both name Ralph?
Yeah, it's just like it's easier that way. Ralph, Ralph.
All right. Any of you incels, QAnon, 4chan?
He has two cats and they're both named Ralph.
Want to get out of line now?
Beware of bitches.
That's funny.
Sydney walked in here a couple days ago, and now she running shit just like that, all fucking willowy and scribbling. Chef, I would do anything to work at Noma. Bitch, look around. This ain't Noma.
I went to West Lawrence Avenue and learned every level. Where else are you going to learn crucial database management specialization
What are
skills
you on
while
about?
troubleshooting a vented OptiSpark
I would
distributor
never
and a
need to
Trans
learn
Am?
that.
Definitely not Noma.
I would legit do anything to go to Noma.
And eat bugs.
And be inspired.
Oh, God, and be lame.
Guys, the cream machine is broken.
Did I teach you to fix that?
Actually, yes.
DeVry.
Fuck yourself. You graduated? Fuck no.
Does anyone ever order the ice cream?
I forgot we had ice cream. Yo, I can handle this myself, cousin. I got this. So, you're not running. Also, I hate litter. So you cocks are gonna clean up after yourselves, and you're gonna goddamn recycle. Fuck you.
Nice little bow tie on that. Just
Thank
wrap
you.
it up.
I gotta see some kind of identification.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it? It's interesting. What's interesting about that?
It's an interesting logo on
Nancy,
the badge.
you need.
Tina, you are
No
the
English.
great. I know you speak English. I've heard you speak. You spoke English 5 seconds ago. That's fine. You're the garde manger. Eve.
No funny business, Miss Shore.
You too.
Okay.
I also noticed.
Someone left a pack of cigarettes on the stovetop near the
Oh,
burners.
health inspector.
Not only very dangerous, but also a potential contaminant.
Motherfucker.
You can say that again.
Motherfucker! Don't actually say it again, you fucking idiot!
You're about to get fucking power wash.
So it's going well.
You put it in the fucking window. Oh, yeah. You put it in the fucking window.
Oh my gosh, the amount of kitchens that Gordon Ramsay has gone into, kitchen nightmares, etc., that have just been atrocious. Oh my gosh. That show, it's so fascinating to see just how, just discombobulated and chaotic those restaurants are, but it also really turns you off to restaurants. You really just have to forget you ever saw that show, it was ever a thing. It is brutal. Oh.
Fuck.
It was him.
You're gonna go to the hardware store. You're gonna get some joint compound. You're gonna get some cock, and you're gonna cock that shit.
Okay, well, FYI.
FYI.
I'm not your fucking gopher.
FYI, you cocked it up, you're gonna cock it out.
Okay, well, I would love to, but my license is expired. FYI.
Drove in this morning.
There's that shit. Told you. Silicone, adhesive caulk, acrylic caulk.
Are you just reading what's on the labels?
Okay, we got rubber sealing.
I'm gonna find somebody who works here.
No, I got this.
Okay, I'm gonna need bags and napkins already ready before service. Plus, Manny and Angel are helping you out with paper cups and plates, but that's not really their duty, you feel me? Plus, love the wiping, love that energy. Maybe we do it like on the floors, because they are so dirty. I almost broke my neck, and honestly, I think I'm gonna pass out just looking at them. What's up?
Yes, Chef.
Great, okay. You know he was one of Food and Wine's best new chefs when he was 21?
Oh my God, he was one of Food and Wine's best new chefs? Is that what you just told me? That changes everything.
How old is she?
She's 5. Like Carmi. Food and Wine's best new dickhead.
Did you remember the mashed potatoes? Just want to check in.
Do you remember when I said to fuck off?
Give me a
It's
hand.
not gonna fit. That's not gonna fit, cousin.
Yes, it will.
Cousin, it's not gonna fit.
Now that's comedy. Look at that
Right.
giant
Help
hot.
me out.
Not
It's gonna
gonna
fit.
fit.
It's
Not
not
fit.
fucking fit. Come on. What's with this shit? What's it
This
with?
fucking guy, cousin.
Yeah. Hurry to see that motherfucker. I swear to God, cousin, if he calls me Rick, I'm a fucking loser.
Oh my
Cousin, listen,
god.
do me a favor, okay? I'm trying
That
to get
is
us out of this
comical.
hole. All right? I want today to go smooth. Please do not bring that shit up.
Chill. I'm not gonna bring up shit, all right?
No, you got it all wrong. It's literally the easiest fucking job. No, you see what happens? I'm the only one that stands up to your ass and doesn't listen to your bullshit. It wasn't my fault. You're a plumber. That's I've been saying this for fucking years. It wasn't my fucking fault. I'm your guy. I got a kid now, Cicero. I need a fucking real job. Cicero, can I take it to the fucking bank?
You want us to get this stuff out back, or how do you,
Yeah. Take it around the side for me, will
around
you?
the side? Sure, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Rick.
No, he's not even Italian, right? 100% Polish. Fucking insulting.
No, you're not even Italian, right?
Yeah, I'm more Italian than that guy is.
Yeah, bring your shit. Bring your shit, you fucking baby. You fucking baby. Fucking
Oh my
baby.
gosh.
Ah, fuck. What you did? Fucking baby. All right, I'm gonna get the spare from the basement.
Just give me a second here.
Richie, what the fuck is that?
Relax. Shit's regulated.
Oh. Fuck. Fuck. Shit.
What?
Don't kill me.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
We spilled a bottle of Xanax in the cooler.
Oh no. Oh no.
What, are they fucking dead?
No, I
think they're just sleeping?
Actually, I'm kind of into it.
Which box?
I didn't bring ketchup.
Why didn't you bring ketchup?
What kind of asshole is gonna put ketchup on a hot dog?
A child, Richie.
Child asshole.
Hey, I do not mind ketchup on a hot dog, okay? Call me a barbarian. Call me a child. I don't mind it. Sweet and savory, right? It's like the classic combination.
Fuck the fucking there. Sleep there. What might you bring to the beef as a new employee?
I got hearth.
What's hearth?
I'm nervous, man. I got heart.
Ah, you're gonna need brain.
We need this. The fridge won't work without a condenser.
We? Say Matei.
Richie.
No. Say Matei, Neil.
You didn't even win.
This is me winning.
Just, sitting in this file labeled shit.
Oh,
Fucking thing you know
why are
how
you
to
being
do.
such a fucking bitch right now?
I don't know, Richie. Why am I?
Oh, you're gonna fucking
Well,
stab
maybe
me?
I fucking will.
Yeah.
Darnera, shut the fuck up!
Fucking
Shut the fuck up!
Ah! Holy fuck! Motherfucker! No, we have a customer. I got stabbed. Not right now. I got stabbed. Son of a fucking.
Oh
Abram,
my
finish!
God.
Abram, I got stabbed.
Probably fucking deserved it.
Yeah, she just missed my asshole. You know, like what happens if you get stabbed in the asshole? You can't sew an asshole.
I saw an asshole.
Whose?
Close friend.
Who's a close friend? Yeah, I would assume so. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, there's definitely some comedic bits in there. That was very funny. Oh my gosh. I thought you ended yourself. No, sir, that was my brother. Walks away. That was so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. And as always, those of you watching in the chat, here is the link. Check it out. Good grief. Let's pull up some information on The Bear. Obviously, it's won quite a few awards over the years. I know that much. American psychological comedy drama. What an interesting mix. Jeremy Allen White stars as Carmy, an award-winning chef who returns to his hometown of Chicago to manage the chaotic kitchen at his deceased brother's Italian beef sandwich shop. And for those of you who don't know, an Italian beef sandwich looks like that. Looks pretty good. Originating in Chicago, made from thin slices of roast beef, simmered and served with a thin gravy on French bread. Common toppings are a choice between spicy, called hot, bell peppers, or mild, spicy, what even is this? Giardinaria? Pickled vegetable. Oh my gosh. I had no idea what that was called. I've had it before. Pickled vegetables. Common term for pickled foods. Typically eaten as an antipasto or with salad. Interesting. Okay, so you get either that, the hot version, or mild bell peppers, the sweet version. The entire sandwich is traditionally dipped in the juice the meat is cooked in, so like a French dip, and before serving with a side of French fries. Edits make the show seem interesting. Then I try to watch the actual show and I'm just lost. Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's a lot. What's up, Cookie? Obviously, substantial rise in popularity because of The Bear. Makes sense, right? All episodes of the first season were released on FX on Hulu. Series has received critical acclaim for its tension, writing, directing, performances, technical quality, and production value. They did actually like learn to cook, which is very interesting. Like they trained and all that stuff. So the actors, know how to hold a knife and do all that stuff. So it makes it a little bit more realistic than, one where they don't practice or don't train and they don't get, told how to do all this stuff. And it just looks off. Character development and accurate portrayal of the restaurant kitchens have been singled out by critics and the restaurant industry, as well as its approach to such themes such as ending oneself and trauma. Series has won 21. Oh my gosh, 21 Primetime Emmys, including 1 win for Outstanding Comedy Series, twice directorial win, 2 acting wins for Jeremy Allen White, single acting win for Eda Beery. John Bernthal's in there. Bear has also won 5 Golden Globes, acting wins, of course, of the actors. Golden Globe Award for Best Television Series, Musical, or Comedy in 2024, so fresh off a win. Right now, there's 4 seasons, 38 episodes. It's not a lot to get involved. So if you want to get involved just based off that edit, you certainly can. But as Cookie said, sometimes it can be a little tough to follow. Talented cuisine chef Carmi inherits his family's Italian beef shop after the episode of Ending Oneself of his older brother Michael. He came home to Chicago to run it, leaving behind his world of working in Michelin-starred restaurants. He's left to deal with his brother's unresolved debts, a rundown kitchen, unruly staff, as we definitely saw a little bit of, just a taste, while dealing with his own pain and family trauma. So it's quite the coming back to earth, if you will. Being in Michelin-star restaurants all the way down to just a debt-ridden beef sandwich shop. Apparently it's on Disney Plus here, which I don't have as well. Unfortunate. Later, he converts the beef to a fine dining restaurant called The Bear. That's where the name comes from. Obviously, Mikey, his brother, who ended himself, was played by John. But you do get to see a lot of flashbacks, apparently, of John Bernthal. So he's not like in it for like 2 seconds and then he's gone. It's actually quite a bit of flashbacks. Oh yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is in it as well. Plays the mother. So that's cool to see. Viewership. This is interesting. Stream aggregator Real Good monitors real-time data from 5 million users in the U.S. The Bear was the second most streamed program during the week of July 13th. Later rose to becoming the most streamed program. Wow. The Bear was the second most streamed series in the U.S. during the week ending July 3rd for season 1. Maintained the same position during the week ending July 7th. So it did well. It did very well. FX announced that the first season of The Bear was the most watched comedy series in the network's history. Season 2 was the most watched season premiere in the network's history. Wow. How about season 3? Let's see it. Nielsen, which is a great aggregator of, TV ratings, records streaming viewership on U.S. television screens, calculated The Bear was watched for 1.2 million minutes. Wow. Surpassed its previous peak of 1.01 billion minutes recorded shortly after premiere. The Bear was the third most watched show in the United States in 2024, while in Canada it ranked second most streamed show of the year. Dang. Garnered 5.4 million views in its first 4 days of streaming, season 3. So it's doing much better. Represents a 24% increase over season 2. Oh my God. It's getting bigger. That's an incredible rise to have your third season have almost a quarter increase in viewership. That's huge. Season 1 of The Bear, 100%. Are you serious? 100% fresh by the critics. Not one critic said anything negative about it. Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. Audience score 92. I can't believe there's no critics that hated it. That doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. Very different, very watchable. Gritty tale of cooking and grief. Wow. 100% on the first season. All right, we got to see. Okay, so total altogether, 93% by all critics, 76% by the audience. So clearly there's a bit of a dip somewhere. Season 1, 100%. Season 2, 99%. How do I scroll over on this? Season 3, oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Look at that dip. Critics still love it, 89%. The audience hated it. That is quite the drop. Whoa. First 2 seasons were outstanding and must see. Third is good, but doesn't really hit the mark in the same way as the first 2. Slightly dull, kind of depressing to watch. Character of Carmi just sort of fades into the background and becomes an annoyance. Interesting. Still interesting, but probably 2 seasons was enough. Feels like inventing drama to keep it going. Oh man. Maybe this is one of those situations where it's like, it would have been better if they just made it short and just wrapped it up in 2 seasons. That's interesting. This season didn't work. Appreciate them trying different things. Season 1 and 2 were good, but in season 3, the writers are taking the issues that cause tension way too far. They needed to resolve the old issues and create new ones. This is like going back to the same well too many times, taking the chaos and dysfunction and making it the plot instead of creating some type of linear perspective. Chaos just keeps running like a gerbil on a wheel. Emotionally exhausting. Huh. That's a really thought out response. Still one of the best shows on TV. However, the decline from 2 to 1 is significant and left much to be desired. All right. So apparently season 3 is the downfall of The Bear. Interesting. It would be wonderful if I could see season 4. Maybe if I go back and just make the page bigger. Nope, that does not help. Well. That's unfortunate. Wait, what if I can't even get there. What is going on with this webpage? I can't see season 4. Let me see it. Oh, if I click on seasons, I might be able to see it. No? Cast and crew? Nothing? Not going to change anything? What is going on right now? Come on. Respond. Respond to me. Nope. Well, obviously the audience dropped off. The critics still love it, apparently. The Bear Season 4 review finally becoming the show it was always meant to be. Oh, what? The internet's rebelling against me indeed. Interesting. So the critics still love it, and the audience is like, "All right, we loved it. We're moving on. It's not you, it's us." Bear season 4 finally becoming the show is always destined to be 4 stars. It's outgrown the Yes Chef rages and screaming matches in the pantry and morphed into something more tender, beautiful, and endlessly moving. Let the happy tears flow. Recalibrate your palate. The Bear is not the show it used to be. Interesting. The relentless drama you were stunned by in season 2 when you finished an episode and said it was the best show you'd ever seen, then played the next one and said it again, is not coming back. Season 4 starts with Uncle Jimmy, family friend who is invested in the fledgling Chicago eatery The Bear, installing a countdown clock that says the business has 1,400 hours to save itself. But much of the new run isn't even about the restaurant. The show is outgrowing its premise, leaving behind Yes Chef, lingering close-ups of seared beef, and screaming matches in the pantry in favor of different intensity, one that draws even more deeply on the characters and how they fit together. Indulge it, and you will have to indulge it in a few ways. Restaurant is reeling from negative press. The show returns seeming almost arrogantly relaxed. First 2 episodes, Potter, enjoying extended montages of folk cooking to the artfully curated sounds of The Who, Talk Talk, The Pretenders. Characters set off for their self-improvement goals. That's good. Carmi and Sydney. He wants to do better, communicate more, apologize more, explain more, shout less. She continues to wonder if she should jump ship to take a job at a flash new startup. A whole episode is given over to Sid visiting her cousin's house to have her hair done and discuss the dilemma with her cousin's young daughter. It's a lovely digression, but is it necessary? Well, yes. It might not feel like it during the show's slow start, just as it didn't during the apparently directionless 3rd season. Oh, there we go. There's a little shade at the 3rd season. The showrunner knows what he's doing more than ever. This is a show about family, the traumas they inflict on each other, and the power they have to soothe them. Well, why did he come back to Chicago? Family trauma, right? Makes sense that they would kind of circle around that. Centerpiece is a double-length episode dedicated to a family get-together. The whole gang is there. So that unbelievable extended cast, including Sarah Paulson, Bob Odenkirk, John Mulaney, plus new additions, Josh Hartnett, hilarious Brie Larson. Interesting. Jillian Jacobs. Payoffs big and small ping in every scene as narrative seeds carefully sown, including in that bad 3rd season. Wow. Going back to it. Going back to rip on the 3rd season. Now I want to watch the 3rd season. Just to see how... Well, I got to watch the first 2 to get how bad the 3rd one is, apparently. Bear is on Disney Plus in the UK and Australia. There you go. Hulu in the US. The Bear, speaking of, renewed for season 5 by FX. Why am I getting an emergency alert? What's happening? What is happening? Is this some like flash flood warning or something? Oh, it's like a public safety alert I just got. Good grief. Hulu only exists in the US? Really? Huh. I did not know, and I am surprised. And so that is true. That remains true. I had no idea that was US only. So it was renewed for season 5. There you go. We'll be back for season 5. On the heels of its 4th season premiere last week, it got renewed literally after it premiered. That's good. That's pretty good. Dang. So clearly it's still pulling numbers. Continues to be a fan favorite worldwide, and the response to this season, as seen through incredibly high viewership, has been as spectacular as any of its previous seasons. Look at that. That's good to hear. They saw those numbers report and they're like, okay, we got one. Let's go. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Honestly, I don't think the production costs are very high. If anything, maybe their budget is increasing just based off of the success and people wanting more money, the actors. Like, I don't really see much in the way of like production costs. Like, I just don't see it. Season 4 currently rated at 85% certified fresh. There you go. 85%. So it dipped a little from the first 2 seasons, but it's still very high at 85. And the most important thing right now, the most important thing is the fact that it is getting viewership. If it wasn't getting viewership and it was ranked high, that wouldn't matter at all. It's what we've seen recently. They seem to be booking more named guest stars that might cost more, maybe, but don't see too much. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem like it would cost a lot to run that show, other than guest stars, the main actors like Jeremy Allen White and whatever getting more popular. Maybe they demand more, that kind of thing. Like, I could see that. I wonder if they had it written into their contract that they would earn more based on the success. Probably not. But I bet when they restructured those contracts they did, for sure. I would definitely make sure that, hey, if we meet like a certain number of viewers for a season or per episode or whatever, I get whatever more. Like, that would be, hopefully they have a deal like that or something good. But yeah, I mean, they got a winning formula. A lot of people are watching it. It literally just won Show of the Year, basically, for the Golden Globes. So they got a winner. Bonus pay based on Emmy wins, maybe. That would be great. It's like a sports contract where they're like, well, if I win MVP, I deserve a couple million, whatever. It'd be kind of interesting if I have no idea if they do awards-based merit pay. That would be interesting. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Dan and Phil. That's Dan and Phil. React to Every Phil Is Not on Fire #1. This should be hilarious and chaotic, of course. Looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. This is on the Dan and Phil Games channel. Came out a year ago. All right. Here we go. We're jumping in. This is about to be ridiculous in a good way.
Go. Whoa. Why can't two bros just tackle
I think once you're an Oscar winner, you can ask for more.
Whiskers.
Phil is not
Makes
on
sense.
fire. One of the most important pieces of culture in the 21st century.
Or maybe ever.
Two guys, whiskers, a bunch of questions, millions of impressionable YouTube viewers forever altered.
I think it brought loads of people joy, happiness, and gave them something to look forward to that was a bit whimsical
And
every
more
year.
importantly, we lost most of our brain cells
Mm.
to the Sharpie fumes.
Yes.
So today we are going to react to Phil Is Not on Fire 1, 2, and 3, the original trilogy.
The OGs before we
three
got
Oh my gosh.
rebooted.
Started it all.
Have you seen what we're wearing? It's a homage to the original Phil Is Not on Fire outfits. I think we've done a pretty good job.
Are you ready?
I don't know. I feel weird. I think it's gonna be emotional, nostalgic, hopefully
I was about
funny.
to give you one of these. I might just put both in and then just transcend to my quiet place.
No,
instead
give me
of
it.
doing this.
Left. I had to figure out which one was left, and I was like, oh.
We're both humans.
Yeah.
That have the same appendage known as a head. We are going back 15 years.
15 years.
14?
14 years.
We're way too old.
14 years.
Here we go.
Hitting the line with your mouth.
Why is this camera like it was found at the bottom of the sea?
I don't know. Look at those babies.
Pause. Who are these fetuses?
We are just newborn.
What is going on?
Straight from the vagina.
Why
onto
is
the
my
screen.
face so round?
I don't know.
Look at the hope that I still had
So
in my eyes.
It's that baby
All of
face.
My hair was straightened within an inch of its life.
Look at mine.
As I was attempting to do on the inside.
I mean,
can we have a moment to talk about why the fuck your bedroom had a green carpet?
that was a choice. I chose that when I was
There was no error.
about 11.
This was acceptable.
No, also just a completely messy bedroom while filming. Look at all this crap
It's
everywhere.
like we're having guests over. Shall we tidy? The guests are 8 million people.
No, I think my pants are on the floor over there.
Great. Why did you draw cat whiskers on your face?
I thought thought it was just a fun thing to do. Make
Because
the video
why
more
the fuck
interesting.
not?
Why not?
And then, you know, snowballs roll, and we've created some kind of horrible cult. That's just what happens.
Legalize cat boys.
What does a giraffe sound like?
Probably
So
does.
XD.
Zebra.
I feel like I'm cracked out watching this right
Oh
now.
my
It's just
gosh.
this editing is so like
You
different
basically
from YouTube now.
film something for an hour and then just hit shuffle,
Yeah.
and that's the joy.
And we'd kind of do it like a jigsaw. We just pick random moments, be like, yeah, that's funny.
There was an
that
art to
flows.
it.
I
That's the joy of it.
I
There's no
didn't think-
intentionality, pure vibes.
didn't think this was gonna blow up either. I just thought it was gonna be a random video.
If you had to lose your leg or your nose.
Oh my god, my fetus voice. If you had to lose your leg
You
or
sound
your...
so proper. You're like, if you had to use.
That was the Grandma Winnie the Pooh factor.
Yeah.
I'd lose my leg. Imagine my face without a nose.
Could be improved. You're so pale, you basically look like you have no nose.
Yeah.
To be honest. Are you
Pretty fit, to be
Pretty
honest.
fit.
God, the redding really jumped out there.
I am naked right now.
What even was that answer?
Would you eat ham every day the rest of your life if you got paid £1 million for every month you lived?
Yes. Increase the pitch, why not? Yeah.
Tyler, the creator, who?
Ham overload.
Ham overdose.
Ham.
Ham.
Is your house still haunted? They have.
Oh, I miss this house.
Damn, this was your old house.
This was my house. Look at
You
it.
grew up here. So many stairs. That's why you were so lanky.
Too many stairs.
Front door of death.
I love that I was like, I'm just going to expose your entire family house floor plan.
Yeah, thanks. I
Shout out
hadn't
to Dan.
shown most of this on YouTube.
Oh,
Possibly the
no.
scariest thing in the house. Who was your first love?
Your mum.
Wow, first your mum joke.
Let's find out what a glabella is.
Glabella.
This is when we taught the fucking world what a glabella is.
I say this is one of the most important moments in our history because throughout the years,
Who the hell knew?
people are still talking about
It kept
glabella.
coming back.
Yeah, this is the glabella.
Between the eyebrows and above the nose.
There.
There.
Show the diagram.
Great
So
diagram.
interesting, Phil.
Yeah, I can
I bet
see
they're
it.
also glad they can see the diagram.
You made the same joke as yourself.
Is it fun being a man now?
Yeah, especially now I've got my cordless hammer drill.
Would you say that you are a man now?
No, and I still have that drill that's not been opened. Why did my parents get me that? They were like, yes, he will be more manly.
Your dad was projecting something
I
when he
think
bought
so.
you that cordless hammer drill.
Yeah.
And it did not
I
work,
literally
guys.
think every
manly.
kid,
Oh my god, the fringe.
well, every kid that graduates university gets like a tool bag or something like that from their parents.
Fringe flip.
Like, I got it for
What is that
Christmas,
weight?
a tool
That was
bag.
my
I'm
weight.
like,
What in
what?
the elderly water aerobics?
Now, they went up in size.
Yeah, right.
They did. I had like a 900
Although it has been very handy. I will say that.
kilo one.
Oh my god, they touched.
Oh, wow.
You just can't
Did-
say that.
What did you say?
I don't know what I said.
What did you say?
The scandal.
Exposed.
They don't know I'm actually gay.
How do rabbits get protein?
From eating a lot of meat.
Should I even bother
funny.
asking about your feet?
No.
Oh, wiki feet.
Oh my
The
god,
first
Phil's
sign.
letting the dogs out.
And unmatched
What were
socks
those
still.
socks? What is going on here? Those bed sheets, the wallpaper.
Oh
It's
my
like you
gosh.
said, green and blue is my thing, and I'm gonna go all in 360.
And
It's
that's
not
what-
a feature wall, it's feature wallpaper, ceiling,
That's what
bed, carpet.
This house would look like if you had no input.
I'm so glad that I'm here to be depressing.
Oh my
Wally,
gosh.
wow.
That is
What?
not Wally. Leave it alone. Where's that been?
I don't know.
With Hannah Montana.
Oh my god, Hannah
Montana.
Montana as a cultural
This
reference.
is a
Wow.
fever
Think
dream.
about what Miley's
Oh
doing
my
now.
god, that's so funny. Like throughout time, people will just pepper in pop culture references. Like
Yeah.
right now, we'd be like, "That's so Good Omens coded."
I know.
Am I right? But no, back then.
Back then.
Hannah Montana.
Miley.
I apologize to Miley Cyrus for eating it. Where the fucking whiskers go? Consistency.
What's going on here?
What was your first word?
My dad was
Right.
given a
You
toolbox
do
when
look
he was
like you
married.
don't have eyelashes.
Oh,
I know.
okay.
I do
10
have
years
them. I
later,
do
it was
have them.
untouched.
This is why you're fucking blind and stuff keeps going in your eyes
Yeah.
all the time. 'Cause
That's
they also
funny.
got, like,
They all fall in my eyes.
0.1
This video is like a time
millimeter things
capsule,
that are
yeah,
just letting all the
honestly.
dust fly in. Was your first word really light?
It was.
I don't
I've got-
believe
I've
that.
Just
I
the
think you was maybe
hairstyles
just like,
alone.
No.
And your mum was like,
Aged
wow. Well, it wasn't mum, so I'm kind of offended. I got to think it's something.
No,
You
it
said
was
light.
light. I've got
Light.
video evidence right here.
This was the most fun I've ever had. No.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Right, pre-tackle. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that
Mid-tackle.
phrase.
Yeah.
This was the most fun
Was
I've
it
ever
the
had.
most fun you'd ever had,
No.
or were you being sarcastic?
I was being sarcastic. That was me deadpan as hell, being
Yeah.
like, well, we spent our evening answering some questions that we wrote on a piece of paper.
Why did I come to Manchester?
With whiskers drawn on my face.
Yeah.
What's for dinner?
I know.
And yet, that's something that people held up on
They
pieces of
did.
paper in theatres across the world.
I mean, it develops a new meaning. Isn't it funny this was the first time that we'd met?
This is the first day
That's
that
the
we've
first
ever met.
day we've
What?
ever met.
Your fucking faves
What?
could never have this chemistry day one.
Day one.
Show me your favorite duo. I'll wait. I'll sit the fuck right here.
Can you believe believe it.
We'd known
That's
each other for
crazy.
4.5 hours, and we did this.
Why can't two bros just tackle each other?
Everyone's like, that was an 11-hour fuck session. I think you were just being violent.
I was being violent.
I think you just wanted to throw me to the ground to be
Playful.
random XD.
Yeah.
See my life flashing before my eyes. Look at me there.
You didn't know the tackle was coming. It was one of the misconceptions about that day that I saw. Someone tweeted me about it. They were like, oh my god, Phil bought a £9,000 bottle of champagne for Dan because you tweeted something that was like, oh my god, Phil's treating me to this champagne.
Why would people assume that? I was joking.
I had no money. How would I?
As if you'd fucking buy a £9,000 bottle of champagne.
Right.
What hand heart is that?
That was not a heart.
That looks like a sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cheesy. It's supposed to be cheesy.
It's supposed to be cheesy.
Supposed to be cheesy.
Why are we fucking licking stuff?
I don't know. I don't
look
know.
back
A lot of
to my
tongue
current
action in the
life
first
where
video.
I posted this photo on my Instagram. That's weirder.
That is
that
weirder.
for some
The
reason.
licking.
That's a fucking cat boy.
But you can see why it was iconic.
Yes.
It has an energy to it that was not on the internet at the time.
Cracked out of its mind.
And we'd released
pure
something
chaos.
into the wild.
No one was doing anything like that.
That was the
because
first
what the
day
hell
they
was going
met.
on.
That's
And the best part of it is
crazy.
we had
That
no
is
plan.
so
No
nuts.
script.
Or how it was edited.
Yeah.
We just said, let's talk for 20 minutes. Phil's gonna go bibbidi boop 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 post.
Yeah.
Dear God. Pin off 2. I was in the same bedroom. We immediately looked 25 years older.
Yeah, we've gone through some stuff.
I don't know what happened here.
When was this? Was it like 3 months later? 29th of May. So that was in October.
So this was 6 months
We
later.
actually be
6 months
talking
later.
about 2
Dan is
months
back
before.
to ask
That's
me more questions,
wild.
but this time it's personal equals open square
I feel like
bracket.
that face could come back. Number 2.
Hey, you know what? There's some connections that
This was
just
what was in fashion at the time.
click.
You watch Saltburn, they're all wearing shit
Yeah,
like this.
yeah, yeah.
I wanted to look like
I
the
guess
Red
they
Boys.
were-
What is with the cat
They were
whiskers?
lucky to have
What
that.
cat whiskers?
Oh, got him. Got him.
and a lot of people
They're
were lucky
becoming
to see it on
self-aware.
camera.
Purring is still going on. Dan,
Yeah.
wash your hair.
Oh yeah, that's greasy. You
Wash
need
your
some
hair.
Batiste in that.
What sort of words do you guys say differently?
Oh my god, the voice.
It's
Christ.
almost like you've got a bit of helium
It's
in
like it was hard for me to speak.
Had it broken yet?
Americans, we say pavement. What do they say? Sidewalk.
Sidewalk.
Sidewalk. We remember
Sidewalk.
To
it.
this day.
Irish wristwatch. Irish wrist.
Irish wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch.
I still can't do it.
Irish
wristwatch.
Sidewalk.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Subliminal things you see before you
Who
die.
needs brain cells?
Have a mermaid's tail and your face, or have a fish face and your body.
Fish face in my body.
What?
Just kidding.
Sexy merman.
Mermaid's tail on my face.
Someone restrain this boy.
What is
am I
wrong with
doing?
you?
My pants are hanging on for dear life.
I swear-
Look, my entire ass.
Your whole ass is
My
out.
entire ass.
Dan, your entire ass.
Oh my
What is
god!
going
I
on?
showed crack on YouTube. Sister Daniel didn't show crack.
What are you doing?
That is full twink crack on
Whoa.
YouTube.com in 2010.
Dear God.
No wonder I was on so many weird porn
That was
websites.
before
Yeah.
monetization.
Then I
You
could
get away with
slide
that.
through
To hell.
What is
Yes.
Satan's surname?
Bieber.
I can't keep my eye off your butt now.
Satan Bieber. Do you remember when everyone just hated Justin Bieber?
That's something that we did that I feel a bit bad about. Justin Bieber, Kristen Stewart.
Everyone was just like,
We were
Kristen
just like,
Stewart's face is so and now I'm
Yeah.
like, is Kristen
Yeah.
Stewart an icon?
Yes, and if you go back and watch Twilight, iconic.
Justin Bieber was a child.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
Choose which surname you had. What would be your decision?
I never got the
Oh, the brain
Nickelback
cells
hate.
fired.
I'm like, I get it. It's very cheesy
All
or
that time,
whatever.
you name every
I still like the
character in
music.
every
I still
game
like some of the
Striker.
songs.
Because it's Miko Striker.
He still names his character Striker.
And
The role
Clint.
play is
The
real.
dust on that
Honestly,
picture
I
frame.
was very close to changing my name to Phil Striker
That-
before I joined YouTube.
Mate, that is so embarrassing.
Why?
Phil Striker.
And my parents were like, okay, you can say Striker, but you can't change your name to Zach Striker. So I was almost going to be Phil
Your
Striker.
parents almost gave you consent for changing your surname.
They didn't really care. They were like, yeah, whatever, but don't
Bro,
call
I'd have
yourself
been
Zach.
offended. Amazing Zach. No offense, you do not pull off Zach.
I do. Hey, I'm
You've
Zach.
got Phil energy.
Dan and Zach.
Look what I
You
can
got Phil energy.
I can do it too. Look,
No, you can't.
this is just the same.
do. Why don't you like feet?
Because creepy people like you ask me to take pictures of them while I'm lying on my bed.
I don't think that the typical YouTube demographic was doing that. I
No.
think that you attracted a lot of strange 38-year-old men.
I did. There was lots of feet requests, tickle requests, all sorts of things in my inbox.
You could have made more money quick.
I know.
That's why I don't like feet.
Homo emo. I told you they hit me up.
If you were Osama bin Laden, where would you be hiding?
Oh, spicy meatball.
God, this was so unhinged. And what is Phil's answer to if you were
Your
Osama
mum.
bin Laden? Where would you be hiding?
In your mum.
Oh my god, I don't even remember this.
Kath, what are you doing?
Kath, she's hiding him.
0 Dark 30. That's not the ending I remember.
If you could make your own ice cream,
Okay. No dandruff, no fleas.
Okay, it's looking more clean than last time.
Mega Bailey's Sherbet Chocolate Truffle Candy Mountain Explosion.
That was a poor answer.
Children.
Oh my god.
I can't believe that made me laugh. You can see that 3 months of me posting my own YouTube content had given me that slightly annoying content creator riz already.
Yeah, you had that kind of like.
Look at me, I'm presenting, I'm
Yeah.
articulating. I'm
You're
not just sitting
presenting
there
your
being
butt as
blasé.
well.
Yeah, I'm flashing my entire crack.
Dinosaurs or robots?
Robots. I've changed.
Who is he?
Who am I?
Can you please
Sick
reenact your
robot.
version of Titanic with Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, look, a big boat. I'm gonna win you a ticket, Rose. Yeah.
Well, this is a whole.
I'm flying.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It was a
Oh my
sketch.
god, we're giving them cinema.
Oh my god.
No, quickly. I'll never let go, Jack.
I'll never let go.
Okay, that was great.
And the Oscar goes to.
Zebra. Can you say it again?
Zebra.
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 We've gone off the deep end now.
That is Daniel Craft.
That is
ahead of its time.
We dipped into the craft energy there. I don't know what went on. This
a
was
little tickle of it came
This
out.
was during my experimental weird YouTube phase as well, and I think this is what was kind of being shown.
You really had an art house YouTube
Look
phase.
how beautiful my emo fringe is. You couldn't have a more perfect emo fringe than that day.
No.
Look at that.
The world came together and they said, you're going to have a good hair day.
What is your favourite onomatopoeia?
Crackle.
Microwave.
I like
Oh,
that.
this is it. This is important.
Oh my god, the law. The law.
What's yours?
The law.
What's my favourite one? Microwave.
The
Cut
look.
to 8 years later, there is a giant microwave touring around the world as thousands of people pack into theatres and arenas to
Yeah.
see the amazing tour is not on fire.
What would you do if everybody you knew suddenly turned into a duck? Have a massive pancake?
Oh!
I'm so edgy.
It is, listen. Microwave.
You're having an existential
I'm like,
crisis.
why
Who
is
this guy?
Why is this
If
guy
you
in my
were
house?
invincible,
Get back on the
What is
train.
one thing that you would do that would usually kill you?
Who the fuck is that?
Oh my gosh.
The phone. Is
It's
Dan
Bill.
in love with Nick
Oh my gosh, that
Jonas?
old ringtone.
I can't believe
The dick origin?
all the way back here.
I did not know that. If Nick Jonas knew this, he would not have consented to hug me at the Teen Awards.
I know. Is it your shirt?
Who knew that Nick would
This is
only
personal.
become
Personal.
better with time?
Can you believe he goes on to ask if you're in London? Village Not Via 3, we have moved.
A new house,
Ah.
same ugly bed sheets.
It's Jefferson Place.
Totoro
Oh
in
my
the
gosh.
background.
Should
Do you just dox yourself?
I think I do.
We lived at 123 this street. The GPS
Oh
was
my
that,
God.
and if you
What
want
am
to
I
sit on my
doing?
hair, you can get a free sample from the bathroom drain.
Yeah,
Good
I
one,
mean,
Phil.
whoever's living there, it was a horrible apartment, so good luck. I would wear that penguin
That looks
t-shirt
like something
today.
you'd wear right now. And there
Yeah.
are 2 Totoros.
The Totoros were spreading.
Who needs a personality when you could just buy a cheap Ghibli reference?
If you had to lose 1 sense, what would it be?
Is that pitched up, or am I still sounding
That's
like
just
that?
what you sounded like.
The hair was getting a bit long. Look at that.
Yeah, we've lost some of the emo and it's going a bit square already.
You can
what
tell
happened
the
here?
square
Yeah.
is coming.
Lose the sense of dance.
Dance.
Oh,
The amount of illegal music that we just used in our YouTube videos
I know.
back then.
Insidious.
No.
Okay, so whenever anything dramatic happened, we just go, Inception. This was Phil taking a plushy spider and taking our Inception onomatopoeia reference.
Yes.
And turning it into Insidious, as in you're applying the spider to my face and that's scary like a horror movie. Insidious.
Yeah, that was like a whole iceberg of...
This is what people
lore.
need to understand what the fuck is going on in
Yeah.
these things.
Why are there no more dinosaurs?
Because they got sad and exploded.
Oh,
That's quite funny.
Same.
Sometimes I still make myself laugh. Look at those shitty, just landlord
the
paintings.
art of
Why-
this rental
Why didn't I just put my
apartment.
own art
Have
up?
some beige circles.
That's me just being like, I'm a boy, I don't know how to do
We
things.
should have killed our landlord just for that. I
Oh
love all of
my
my
gosh.
festival wristbands. What is going on there?
There was so many on your wrist. How
You're
could you
like-
sleep?
Oh, look at the tongue thing.
That was the era of wristbands for sure.
I don't know what it is with my tongue, but
I think I had
begging to
like
come
2
out.
or
It
3
used
at
to
the
laugh
time.
like
Begging to be chomped on.
I'm not trying to be a cute MySpace boy. e-boy. It's just what happens.
Yeah, Phil's not e-boy attention seeking. Like,
I've just got a wonky tongue.
Say a magic word.
Kablam.
They're touching.
Hairstyles.
That hat went through a lot.
Twat in the hat.
You had a lot of
I
adventures
think
with
I got
that
it from
hat.
H&M. It was warm as hell.
You wore it in the summer.
It flattened my hair. You need to understand, my hair was fighting for its life. These curls were trying to go places.
Yes.
And I wanted them to be as straight as I was pretending to be on the outside.
Right.
I needed to compress it as much as possible, so I just lived with that hat on.
Okay.
I wanted full helmet 24/7.
You just wore it in the house.
We both look exactly.
Oh my god.
That was an improvement.
If you mixed a lion and a walrus, what noise would it make?
That was my giraffe noise. Need to get some
That
more
is a
noises.
terrible noise. Look at that face.
That's 2013 internet
yeah.
right there.
This is my life.
So did we live with each other here? No. You were just visiting.
This is when I should have been doing some kind of law seminar.
Yes.
But instead I came to your house to be degenerate.
Do
and
much
put
more
cat whiskers on my
important
face.
activities.
Make up a song with the words Hyper, Kirby, Plumber, and Sword. Hyper,
Kirby, plumber, and sword.
Can you fit an apple in your mouth?
Oh, that's not where I thought that was going.
That is almost fully in his mouth.
Oh.
That shit left
Chaos.
a hole in the wall.
It was said that Zeus gave birth to Athena through his forehead. How would you feel about giving birth through your forehead?
Does that mean Zeus has a on his forehead?
Couldn't say vagina.
What did Zeus have on his forehead?
What did he have?
I can't say.
can't say it.
Forehead minge.
Could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could Chuck Norris?
More ass.
What is wrong?
Oh
with
my
that?
gosh.
Every single member of Glee square in the face.
No.
Glee.
Look at that
ones
old
that are
iPhone. Oh my
Like
god.
Quinn's baby.
Squared off.
Oh my god.
We went to Glee Live. We were full
literally went
Gleeks
to
by the
Glee.
end.
Chewing your watermelon socks.
I'm just trying
It was
to
like
get
an
that
iPhone,
Wikipedia
what,
rating up.
4?
What is snokoplasm?
Everything you could ever dream of.
Deep lore.
Oh yeah. I mean, we can't even go into snokoplasm.
No.
Draw what you think you would look like as a unicorn.
You win.
Bro, this is us in a nutshell
Yeah.
again.
This is like the Dragon City
That
thing.
is
we just did.
everything you draw. I swear, in our lives, every single time I was going, can you draw a thing? You draw that.
Look, GCSE art. I did some great things.
Is he like stomping on tiny people?
Yes.
Do a high-pitched voice.
Well, luckily I bought this.
How convenient.
This is so
What
dangerous.
the actual fuck?
Don't
What?
do this at
Terrifies
home.
me.
Like, you're
Did
not
you
meant
buy
to.
that
Full
for this?
helium
Yeah, you're
tank.
not meant to do this.
How did we not explode?
I don't know.
I do not trust either of these bimbos
Yes.
with a can of gas. That's the exact moment things went downhill for me.
Yeah, I
was
think
a
so.
promising law student.
Your
when
brain
this was being
cells
filmed.
are out.
Literally. Dan pronounced literally challenge.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Get off my bed. Get off.
Ow!
Oh,
Motherfucker.
that was
And
when your
that's
brain
where my
cells.
other last two brain cells went.
Pull your pants up.
Is this real life?
Oh.
Why did you own that?
It's just random. It's like, it's gotta be random.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Rowlet.
Hasn't
Who
changed.
doesn't have a
Is it
Robert
still
Pattinson
Rowlet?
mask?
Bitch, that's just
Come
a
on.
dog, you
We all
basic
got it.
Oh, it's like a
person.
little fire dog bear thing. Oddish. I finished the whole of Pokemon Red with Oddish.
You didn't evolve your
No,
Oddish,
I
what, you
didn't evolve
hipster.
it.
I respect
Yeah.
you for that. What's my favorite Pokemon?
Your favorite Pokemon is Gengar.
Do an American accent, bro.
Oh, brain cells twitching. Here we go.
Bacteria.
That's quite funny.
And yet,
I've still got a bit of it.
bacteria.
For Jesus Christ! If you were
What's
kidnapped
wrong
by
with you?
aliens, what would you
That made me
say?
jump here.
Snarf.
Oh my god, presenting to the camera.
This wasn't intentional. We
I
just
mean,
couldn't sit still.
You just had all of that.
This was back when we just drank like 3 liters of Dr. Pepper a day. No wonder we were like this.
I can show you the world.
Oh, arm stroke.
They're touching.
He doesn't like it.
No.
Phil's got the ick.
I don't like it.
The amount of people that have had that as their profile picture over the
that
years.
is- there
Oh
must
my
be
gosh.
Too much of that on the internet. They're gonna find that in
Yeah.
ancient times. Hey, look at the merch that I had. First ever merch.
Oh.
I feel like I've just been through a time warp. It's like I'm looking at different people. I know that's us, right?
Yeah.
But it's like
Oh no, I've astral projected
I've
far.
been-
I don't even
Yeah.
know these things.
That's
Those memories.
crazy.
It's like I've watched
Yeah.
a TV show.
I've been
No.
through so much, and then to look back at that guy that doesn't know what's about to happen to him, it's crazy.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
we were literally just doing this for ourselves. Because
Yeah.
you need to remember, guys, this was the good old days of YouTube where you couldn't even monetize content.
No.
Right.
There was literally no point to any of this. We were doing it
For fun.
purely for the fun.
And there's a charm to that, you know?
And as an example, from
There's a
here,
charm,
we jumped
absolutely.
to London.
Oh, that's such a different era.
2012
I feel
time
like we
vortex.
between 2011 and 2012 we must have evolved like Pokemon.
We got
We
job
became-
offers from BBC Radio 1. We
Yeah.
moved to London. I dropped out of law school to become a full-time YouTube clown. So by Phil Is Not on Fire 4 onwards, we were like,
Everything's
this is our
changed.
lives. This
Yeah.
is
That's
important.
so
Phil Is
cool.
Not on Fire 3, it was not important. important.
No.
We had no idea.
So I'd like to do more of these.
Wow. If you want us to react to the rest
That was
of the Phil
awesome.
on Fire videos going through
That's
the errors.
crazy.
Give us a thumb.
No, you're going to have to like this because this was genuinely quite emotionally upsetting
Yeah,
for me. So
I feel
I'm
like-
going to just go cry in a dark room for a while.
I've been through a lot. So if you could go back and talk to this Dan of the past, what would you say?
I'd say run.
Run.
I cannot believe that sitting on the carpet of your bedroom
The green carpet.
14 years ago montaged us to... What the fuck happened?
I don't know what
Crazy.
happened. How are we here?
Thank you, strangers on the internet,
Yes.
for watching two British guys draw cat whiskers on their face and just make noises.
Yeah, you really changed our lives. We're in the end screen.
Oh my god, it's happening.
Dan, say zebra.
I hope you liked it. Micro
Sidewalk.
larvae. Subscribe if you want to see the rest of these React to Phil Isn't on Fires coming,
That's
as well as all
so
the other
cool.
gaming mess shenanigans that we're uploading at the time that we posted this.
Yes. Have a lovely day. Thanks
Thank you
for watching.
for everything. / I hope you're sorry.
This has been the most fun I've ever had.
Go.
Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. Oh, to watch a video that's like 14 years old of yourself before everything, really. No monetization, no tour, no books, all that stuff. That's got to be an absolute crazy moment. Because they're just like, hey, let's mess around on the internet for a little bit. And that turned into a career. That's crazy. Crazy. The camera quality is just atrocious as it was. The hairstyles, I mean, that is a moment in time is what that is. Literal time capsule. Absolutely. That is so interesting. And it's filmed in a bedroom. That is the most real as you can get in YouTube lore, I guess you can say. Wow. They've definitely gotten older. They've aged over the years. But they still have that same, like, goofy-go-lucky, just willingness to push it, which is just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I remember school friends having hair like that. Me too. Me too. Definitely. I would say for me, that was mostly probably middle school for me. High school, people were kind of over it. But middle school time, like right in there, was like all the rage. Justin Bieber was big or whatever. Called it the Bieber. Although emos had it too. Like it was just kind of a weird mix. Tuft of Red somewhere? Yeah, definitely. Wow, what a time. What an absolute time. I didn't hear them say it, but I wonder if watching this, or like certainly watching this back, if they had like a level of cringe. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen any video of yourself or audio of yourself before and look back on it, but it is, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it is just highly cringy. It's so bad. You're just like, oh, that's me? And that realization. They've really been doing it for so long when you think about it. It's wild when you think about the fact that Phil's been doing YouTube for almost half of his life. That's crazy. That is legit crazy. I've only been on this platform for 4 years. 4. Add another decade to it. That's wild. That is truly wild. Wow. Beautiful. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love. Also, obviously, check out Dan and Phil Games channel. They have many other videos for you to check out. And for those of you watching live, there's the link. Dan said before that he does cringe. He posted other videos in the past reacting to himself, and the entire time he's cringing. Yeah, it can be brutal. It can be absolutely brutal. With acting, I had to get over that's me, but I never really accepted my voice sounded like that. Yeah, voices are so strange. Because in your head, when you're saying it out loud, you're like, I sound pretty cool. And then you hear it back on, voicemail or whatever. And you're just like, that's what I sound like? Like, why in my head does it sound so much cooler than recorded? It makes no sense. No sense at all. But yeah, I totally get the cringe. It's so brutal. Yeah, I watched back the even like I did some like student movies, like short films in high school, because my buddy wanted to be a director and then went on to do like his own productions of movies that he filmed or he screened at like a film festival and stuff like that. So I was kind of helping out, just being an actor, even though I'm not an actor. Had no acting lessons. Like, it was just kind of there. I was available is what we'll say. And I watch some of those back sometimes and I'm just like, ooh, it is the worst. Oh my gosh. Like, I have no emotionality to my acting at all back then. Like, it was just brutal. Like, the tones were all off and it didn't fit the scene. And it's just, oh my gosh. It's watchable, but it's hard to watch as myself. Good grief. Ugh. All right, let's pull up some information on Dan and Phil. Obviously, I mean, there's not a huge amount of information on Dan and Phil. A lot of it is probably fan fiction, which we're not going to go over. But this was found. What did Dan and Phil allude to when talking about addressing their relationship, a wedding on their tour? Ooh. I'm not going to be able to see them on tour, so can someone tell me what is in the show they're alluding to? Ooh. They've mentioned it being part of the show somehow in a few videos now, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be kind of clickbaity, considering how many videos they've done in the past using people's assumptions about the relationship as clickbait, rather than confirming, denying an actual wedding announcement. But I feel like it was really the case, the whole internet would be talking about it by now. True. And I would be able to find an answer in a 2-second Google search. Dan doesn't believe in labels or traditional things, so he wouldn't get married. That seems a little presumptive. Are you speaking on behalf of Dan? This person says, what I've gathered from videos and now going is that basically they may or may not. And there's stuff they would rather keep private, aside from another Reddit user on this subreddit said basically that they could tell us, but do we really want to know? Or do we like the ambiguity of not knowing for sure? So speculating and conspiring about it. Either way, that is actually a good point. Is the discussion of are they, aren't they better than actually knowing? I would say yeah. Absolutely. I would say absolutely. At this point, that in itself is lore, right? And the fact that they kind of tease it every once in a while and then, you know, don't really address it, like, that is just perfect. Either way, they're happy homo pals that have built a wonderful, loving life together, and we love them for it. Thank you for reading my TED Talk. P.S. I've always just accepted them as husbands, even before they came out or anything. I certainly respect their wanting to keep their privacy. I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't involve other people and their opinions in your relationship. It's just a recipe for something bad. But when you allude to something such as addressing it, you naturally want to know what they addressed. That's fair. I think I might be one of the few fans left that truly believes that they are just platonic best friends. I know that's a hot take, and believe I've seen the evidence that says otherwise, but I think even way back before they even came out, my little ace heart just wanted to believe that you could live happily ever after with your best friend. Never have a romantic relationship and have that not be weird. Uh-oh. What is it? Oh, Lord. What is this? One of the conspiracies they address is the Japan wedding. They explain how the conspiracy came to be. Then they said they did not get married in Japan or anywhere. They pointed out that gay marriage is not even legal in Japan. And Phil said, do you really think Dan would commit to anything? Ooh. I feel like we're revealing secrets by clicking this. Like one of those scratch-offs, lottery scratch-offs. They didn't mention that it's not legal in Japan at my show, or the fact that Dan wouldn't commit. Very interesting. Ooh. Might be slightly different at each show. Something I found even more exciting. Ooh. They did confirm that they shared a bed on the Tatanoff tour bus. However, they added, nothing wrong with sharing a bed with your buddy. I would say the show neither confirms nor denies the relationship, similar to how they've not been addressing it on YouTube. Oh my gosh, what is this? Every time I click one of these, I'm kind of terrified of what I'm going to get. In the conspiracy iceberg section of the show, they debunked the theory that they got married in Japan. And the reasoning for not getting married was that Dan hates everything traditional and has commitment issues. They never directly addressed the relationship in the show, but there are some interesting allusions to it. For example, at the start, they do a rundown of Dan and Phil history with dioramas and custom Dan and Phil dolls, and they make the dolls kiss, hump, 69 each other a few times. But then again, that could also be for jokes, right? It's meant to be funny. And dolls doing those things is pretty funny. Just I just thought of I just thought of Team America World Police with the marionette dolls, and that super long intimate scene is just crazy. I don't know if you've ever seen that, or if you're interested in seeing that. I would definitely check it out. It is hilarious. They first mentioned what this person is talking about in a video they posted before the tour. Someone had asked whether they'd gotten married. They say they'll address it on tour. Interesting. That's a good way to tease a tour, though. Dan speaks with his hand a lot while answering the question. Phil jokes that he needs to hide his hand or they might see it, the ring. Dan then joked, what? The lack of wedding ring? Of course, fans ate this up, and I personally love that they do play into it now and kind of take... Yeah, absolutely. I love the fact that they actually do that. And frankly, that's become part of the fun. That has definitely become part of the fun for sure. Like, I guarantee that's fun for them. Because for them, it's like, it's our little secret. It's like Shane and Courtney. Shourtney, for those in the know. It's like them. Like having a whole relationship and not telling literally anyone. Other than coworkers, maybe, and whatnot. Feels nice to have love in your life. How parasocial relationships became the heart of online culture. Oh boy. Quote, I feel like my fans always have had this kind of secret handshake with me of, we've got you, we know who you are, says Lady Gaga. Whenever we venture outside, as strange as... This is a great article, by the way. Shout out. This is a great article. As strange as that may be for most home buddies, there's a peculiar sense of detachment when we leave our interests at the door. Compartmentalizing in this way has always been human nature, even as consumer culture continues to permeate every aspect of daily life. However, parasocial relationships introduce an entirely different dynamic, one that is fostered and nurtured by one place where escape is merely a click away, the internet. After years of speculation, I love that they're able to joke about it now, because they definitely couldn't have and wouldn't have a few years ago. Yeah, that is growth. That is absolute growth. At this point, they're just like, it's kind of funny. And now they're just teasing people, basically. So they kind of flipped it completely. In the music industry, this stretches far and wide and usually encompasses everything negative about fandom culture. One of the first ever iterations of fans establishing new grounds of endearment was, of course, Beatlemania. Yes. But even then, the positivity of something so culturally explosive never gave fans the same level of appreciation. Absolutely. Audiences are more engaged than ever. Does have its downsides, of course. Chappell Roan, for instance, isn't just scrutinized for speaking out on important issues. Her boundaries are also tested when she rejects certain fan behaviors, even when they come with good intentions. Modern internet culture seems to have further enhanced the discussion about what's right, what's wrong, opening the doors to other potential consequences, such as fan exploitation. With social media especially, the lines become more blurred with these relationships. And while on one side many public figures acknowledge these intimate bonds, others knowingly push the limits, encouraging investment for personal gain. Well, I mean, I don't even have to say it. We all know the type of work that really encourages that for big gain. Big gain. And then you learn that they have people talking to people on their behalf, and you're just like, oh, that's so slimy. That's so slimy. I totally get it. I understand why. Like, it would take a lot of time to respond to everybody, but whoa, that's kind of morally gray, if we could say so. But what about when it's done right? What about those who embrace this shift and recognize the beauty that can emerge when fans express their adoration in only the way they know how? All right, let's get to them. This is the case for YouTubers Dan and Phil, who have been thoroughly mastered the art of nurturing parasocial relationships, as proven by their latest tour run, aptly titled the Terrible Influence Tour. In the weeks leading up to the tour, it was clear that it was curated meticulously to signal a new era for the YouTubers and address everything that's happened until this point. After all, their trajectory from lesser-known YouTubers to more established content creators hasn't been the smoothest for them, especially considering complicated relationships, online communities. Certainly. As the title suggests, the Terrible Influence Tour was always going to be a tongue-in-cheek exploration on whether Dan and Phil were, in fact, terrible influences. Fame in primarily digital spaces is always a double-edged sword, with accessibility entitlements shaping expectations of what creators should or shouldn't do. However, rather than addressing these dynamics through a socially critical Bo Burnham-esque lens, I loved what Bo Burnham did with pretty much everything he's done. Like, it's so like meta in a way. It's just fantastic. Dan and Phil approached them with a more intimate, positive embrace. Even sitting in Manchester's O2 Apollo before the show begins, it's clear that as a fan, you're immediately in on the joke. Even better is that nothing is ever completely unexpected, hinting at a more endearing subtext that the pair has somehow managed to build over the years. It's safe to say we've grown a lot, the pair tell Far Out, noting how they and their audience have encouraged significant change since 2015. Allowed them more open and honest in their content and live performances. Comes with a share of challenges, of course. Transition as a reflection and a reckoning, this celebration of social media stage performers sought to poke fun at the paradoxical nature of such a statement, highlighting how a career born out of the internet, once dismissed as a novelty, has now evolved into something deeply personal and at times paradoxical. We gotta give it to the mums and the straight boyfriends. In their world, quote, you always have to make it digestible to anyone if we want to make a broad point about content creating culture. It's even harder when comparing ourselves to the biggest influencers at any given time, yet this serves as the ultimate reminder that meaningful relationships always come from one thing most people long for. Finding your people always feels better than forcing yourself to fit in. Wow. That is a good quote. That is a great quote. That said, trying to tick so many boxes at once can often make curators of online communities feel cornered by their own success. However, while they acknowledge these difficulties, something freeing about realizing you can truly be vulnerable as an artist and still maintain healthy boundaries. For famous figures, these expectations can be intensely detrimental to mental health, especially if there seem to be no boundaries in place to feel safe and protected from the potential negatives of such communities. Hopefully, I mean, obviously, when you reach a certain level, negativity is just part of it. Like, you just accept the fact that there's going to be negative around you. But hopefully, the positive way outweighs the negative. Like, clearly, I think their fan base way leans into the positive realm. Obviously, there's going to be some people that are pretty toxic, but I think that comes with everything, right? Like, the biggest thing that I can think of right now is BL fandoms and some people that are just kind of enjoying what they're getting access to and, you know, really enjoy if they're, you know, openly in a relationship or anything like that, or do put a label on it. They're just enjoying it, right? For what it is. And then some people are just actively like taking two dolls and like smashing them together and being like, now kith. And like wanting people to be together in a couple. And they're just like, no, we don't do that. We don't do fan service or whatever. Like, that's probably the biggest example of toxicity that I can think of in a really personal way. Like, actively like trying to put people together in no matter what. It's reaches a level where it gets kind of weird. Certainly. It's a fact of life, and it's a two-way street, they argue. Everyone on Earth has parasocial relationships with public figures they don't know personally. So it should probably be part of the school curriculum to learn how to process them. Audiences need to respect privacy and autonomy and find the balance between being supportive and being demanding. That's the big word. Demanding. Yes. Yes, yes. Concluding, likewise, celebrities shouldn't emotionally exploit anyone. Absolutely. Who is generous enough to resonate with them. We like to think we have healthy relationships with the screen people in our lives. Apart from Phil with Sarah Michelle Gellar for Buffy, there would be uncontrollable sobbing. When it comes to our audience, it feels like this show is the therapy session, and now we're ready to recommit. It feels nice to have love in your life. Nice. Very nice. In conversation, Dan Howell. Head music editor Sarah Taylor chats with Dan about his anti-YouTube career, first ever solo stand-up tour, We're All Doomed. This came out a couple years ago. With over 6 million subscribers, 2 successful tours, with comedic partner in crime, Phil, award-winning radio show. What's next? 2-year hiatus, of course. Everyone's favorite Sims-playing, black-wearing, sardonic King of Cringe returned to YouTube with a scathing 85-minute video exposing the downside of YouTube as a career. Ooh. Interesting. I spent all the other week complaining about the heat. Now it's miserable and I'm complaining, so I guess I'm just annoying. Everything on Canal Street, Warehouse Project Factory. I was the nerd stood in the corner having a triple Jaeger bomb, thinking I should not be there. I should be in bed on my laptop playing The Sims. Honestly, sounds about right. Sounds about right. I've been there where you're at a establishment of some kind and you're just like, I want to go. I want to get out of here. Canal Street is the gay street in Manchester. Good to know. Yeah, I've definitely been there before. Out, night on the town, drinking a little, and you're just like, you know, I'm not feeling it tonight. I'm not feeling it. I want to get out of here. Let's see here. Why I quit YouTube. Video has since racked up over 3 million views. It was a video 10 years in the making. It was something I couldn't just whip up on a random Tuesday. It was everything I'd been feeling since I was a teenager, messing around, and then turning it into one of those crazy YouTuber people. And then looking back and going, what the hell was all that about? A lot of things I do are for entertainment, but really it's just an excuse to give myself therapy. When you talk about something, there's no line if you're telling a story. If I'm talking about an embarrassing, intimate encounter, or the most awful thing that happened to me as a child that traumatized me, or a friend rejecting me, etc., then that's out there. I think when you feel like your actual life is being distracted by it, that's when it's too much. Like you can take a picture of your food, but if you don't put the camera down the whole time, did you even appreciate it? Yeah. Like I've had that at concerts, festivals, or whatever, where I take the phone out, take a quick picture, maybe I record a video, a little clip of a song or whatever, and then I put it away because I'm like, I'm missing this. Like, I'm paid for these tickets. I'm here. I'm, around all these people. I should be soaking this in. Like, I certainly understand, like, maybe recording a song. Maybe it's your favorite song. But the whole thing, like, at a certain point, you're losing it. You're losing a bit of, honestly, the majesty of it. The being there. The being part of a crowd. Experiencing something with thousands of strangers at the same time that only you and them will be able to call back like, I was there. I was there. I remember it like it was yesterday. And you can remember certain parts of it. Yeah, you got a video of it, but you don't remember being there. You don't remember looking at it. You spent 2 years on this show? Wow. I'm in this horrendously awkward period of my life where I'm going back to all the people that I turned down a year ago, going, hey, do you remember me? It's a glacial process, but I just have to swallow my pride and get on with it. Dreamcast, I would have just cast Meryl Streep in every role. She'd play a better me than me. That's funny. That is absolutely hilarious. After the pandemic, I just want to make people have a good time. I want them to come out and have a good night. I want to see the faces of people to remind myself what's real every now and then. It's as much for them as it is for me. And let's be honest, not leaving the house is not great for your mental health. If I'm literally forcing myself outside, touching grass, and seeing these people, that's going to make me feel better. Boy, it's crazy to think that was 5 years ago. 5 years ago. We were literally just inside constantly. And I remember, as the months kind of ticked on, you definitely felt that urge to just like break out, like break free kind of thing. And some people really didn't do well with it. Others, I think, were thriving. I personally feel like I was thriving a little bit. It's kind of like a world reset. It was very strange time. We all just agreed to like, all right, we're going to chill out for a little bit. And then we'll pop back out and do our thing, but we're going to chill for a bit. And it was just kind of nice to, I don't know, get that like breath. Because obviously, some people lost their jobs. Some people obviously couldn't work. But those of us that had a job that could be a remote, like I was working the whole time. Like I didn't stop working during all that, but it was still kind of a nice reset, Still kind of a nice reset. I don't know. It's just life moves so fast. And what I remember of that time was it gave everyone a chance to kind of like deep breath, which is hilarious because obviously it was a respiratory issue, right? Just weirdly ironic. But yeah, no, that was such a, oh my gosh. It's weird to think about. And it's been memory hold. Like most people don't even talk about it at this point. Like if you're bringing it up, there's like, yeah, that happened like years ago, half a decade ago. You're still talking about it? It's so strange. It is legit strange. Oh my gosh. All right, let's move on to the next video and last video of the stream. It is North and Sonic. I Got You. And this is from Pit Babe. I have no idea what to expect here. The description says, I'm in love with this duo. Stole my heart. Let's go ahead and jump in. What's up, Slayer Kitty? Here we go. Oh, actually, I think I might have to... Am I going to need... Yes. Okay. I just need that little bit. I just need that little bit to tell me I need to change the positioning of this. There we go. Here we go.
เขา
North
ก็
and
เหมือนเมื่อ
Sonic.
กูอ่ะถ้าเราสนิทกันมากกว่านี้เราเป็นแฟนกันแล้วปะ
It's 3 o'clock in the morning again. You're asleep and I wanna pretend that I know what I'm doing right now, but I don't. I wanna guide you the way I never was. I'll be there for you. I want you to know. So close your
มึงต้องคิด
pretty
ไปไกลขนาด
eyes
นั้นหรอก
and hear me
โอ้กู
sing.
อ่ะจะเลิกเพราะว่ามึงแต่วันนี้แหละเนาะเอ้า
Cause I got you when you got me. I got you when you got me. Close your pretty eyes and hear me sing. You don't gotta worry about nothing. Cause I got you when you got me. I got you when you
ใครบอกว่ากูรักมันเพื่อน
Oh my gosh. That's brutal.
เพื่อนกันแล้วเป็นอะไรเนี่ย
All right, too much talking there. Too much.
กูแค่อยากให้มึงรอด
You set me
แต่
free.
ทำแบบนั้นนะตัวมึงอะไรคือไม่รอด
I don't know where the hell
กูมั่นใจ กูแค่มั่นใจว่ามึงจะกลับมาช่วยกู
all in one night. I wanna guide you
จะทิ้งกูลงจริงเหรอ
the way I never was.
กูรอเล่น
There for you. I want you to know. So close your pretty eyes and hear me sing. You don't gotta worry about nothing. Cause I got
It literally looked like he was like, just a second.
I got you when you got me.
เอ้ย
Clearly with each other through thick and thin. Sacrificing himself so he didn't get, saves the other one from getting beat up. There for them. Emotional scene. Like, clearly going through a lot. A lot. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw out some much-deserved love. And also check out their channel. They might have other videos that might interest you. Maybe you want to request them. For those of you watching live, there's the link. I told you I'd show you something wholesome from Pit Babe. Yes. I missed season 1's Sonic's ponytail. All right, let's pull up some information on North and Sonic. Side characters in the show Pit Babe, which you may recall, centers around a pro racer called Babe, who is known as King of the Hollows. King of the North, the name of the racetrack because he always wins. North and Sonic are junior racers who are in charge of the Race Team X Hunters YouTube channel and social media. This allows them to act as exposition givers for the audience in a pretty natural way. That's kind of interesting, honestly. It's almost like you're behind the scenes in a way. Giving information about the race, the cars, some of the key characters, their gossipy nature when it comes to the other characters also serves as another way to naturally confirm things to the audience. That's smart. That is so smart. Such as Way's crush on Babe. I love that plot device. Is it called plot device? I think it is. In season 1, they provide a lot of the comedic and lighter moments. Their role within group dynamics is almost that of the cheeky younger brothers. When the darker elements of the plot take center stage, however, they're shown not to just be the source of levity, but more fully formed characters. We get less screen time with them, and so know less about them than, for instance, Charlie or Babe, but their actions tell the audience a lot. They care deeply for Babe when he's lost in grief. They fight against human traffickers and risk their lives trying to free an innocent victim, and clearly love their adopted found family of ex-Hunter just as fiercely as the main couple characters do. Plot device. I was like trying to come up with it for the longest time there. The video you just saw was entirely first season content. And as you saw, there are several moments with hints of we're best friends, but maybe. In the book, the show is based on North and Sonic are just platonic friends, so there's no real plan for them to be anything more in the show, especially since, like many BLs, it was expected to be a single contained season, but then the second season was announced and the actors who played North and Sonic, Michael and Top 10, campaigned hard for the pairing, and fans made it clear they wanted to see the duo be an official pairing and for North Sonic to be a canon couple. Interesting. The fact that the actors were fighting for it, that makes it even more wholesome. I'm begging them to do more of that. Season 2 of Pit Babe is currently airing. Wow. Last Friday, episode 10 of 13 aired. Cool. Topical, for sure. North and Sonic have been strained this season. It's set a year after the fallout of season 1, and Sonic has chosen in that time to study abroad. The reunion was awkward. Sonic hugged everyone except North, who stood strangely far from. Ooh. Interesting.
पूछे बातें हर घड़ी ख्वाबों से ये रातें मेरी तुझसे क्या है मेरा नाता लब कुछ और कहे दिल मेरा शोर कर बन गया तू मेरा रांझा
Real?
पूछे बातें हर घड़ी ख्वाबों से ये रातें मेरी तुझसे क्या है मेरा नाता लब कुछ और कहे दिल मेरा शोर कर बन गया तू मेरा रांझा.
Yeah, that's real awkward. That is so awkward. The slow burn, the angst. Oh my gosh. I can literally feel that.
ผมยุ่งอ่ะก็เลยไม่ได้ทักไปขอโทษนี่กูสิมาถามมึงอ่ะว่ากินข้าวกันแซวกินลงหรอนี่มึงไม่ได้พยายามเลี่ยงไม่คุยไม่กินไม่เจอกูหรือเปล่าทำไมกูต้องทำแบบนั้นด้วย
Oh my god. Brutal. When talking to ex-Hunter owner Alan, Sonic explains why he chose to study in Paris, a conversation North overhears. That was so brutal. Screaming at Sonic to wear a color.
แต่ผมจะไม่จมอยู่กับเฟรนด์โซนแล้วผมจะ move on แล้วก็ไปหาอะไรใหม่ๆทำแล้ว
Oh. Calling it out. Privately. Whoa. All right. Interesting. Though as much as Sonic says he's trying to move on, when North is promoted to Pro Racer alongside Babe and Charlie, he literally can't hold himself back. Dang, that's a change. Oh, that's that scene. That was very much like, so anyway, that happens. In the locker room, Sonic tells North he no longer dreams of being a racer. Doesn't he, or does he just not want to follow Way's footsteps, pining for a best friend who will never love him back? Ooh.
เรา เจอสิ่งที่ชอบคนละทางกันแล้วอะคนละทางเลยเหรอวะ
The writers are just going nuts on this season, apparently. Wow. That's crazy. When North finally opens up to someone about Sonic, it's to fellow ex-Hunter racer Dean.
มองจากปารีสก็ดูออกแล้วว่าพวกมึงสองคนเนี่ยเป็นอะไรกันอยู่เป็นไรกูไม่ได้เป็น
Somebody realized he'd watched for Place for years. Yeah.
ปกตินี่แหละตัวปัญหา น็อตมึงชัดเจนสักทีระหว่างมึงกับโซนิกเนี่ยจะเอายังไงกันแน่จะข้ามเส้นเพื่อนก็ข้ามไปเลยรออะไรวะ
That's the voice of the audience. If you're gonna cross it, just do it.
พูดแต่มันง่ายแต่มันทำยากด้วยกูไม่รู้มันคิดยังไงกับกูเว้ย
Oh, you know. Come on now.
กูกลัวจะเสียเพื่อนน่ะ
Oh, there's the real reason.
และอีกอย่างหนึ่งนะถ้ากูพูดไปอ่ะมันจะเป็นการไปตัดอนาคตมันไหมวะนี่นอนปกติเนี่ยมึงเป็นคนคิดน้อยมากเลยนะทำไมถึงคิดเยอะเรื่องนี้ได้วะ
Interesting. Tension.
มึงอยากทำอะไร
Tension,
มึง
tension.
ก็ทำไปเลยทำตามความรู้สึกของตัวเองไงมึงยังมีโอกาสอยู่นะไอโซนิกอุตส่าห์กลับไทยมารอบนี้เนี่ยมึงก็ต้องทุ่มสุดๆดิวะอย่างที่พี่อลันให้
I
โอกาส
feel like
กู
this is
ไง
the audience
กู
talking
ก็
to
จะ
him.
ทำเต็มที่สุด
Give it a chance. Give it everything you
ๆ
got.
คนเราเนี่ยไม่ได้มีโอกาสครั้งที่สองบ่อยๆนะเว้ย
If you're gonna cross the line, cross it. That's so funny. And this is all led up to last Friday. In the wake of Dean going to the extremes to prove his loyalty to the ex-Hunter family, Sonic feels he's to blame. Dean redemption arc. Wingmanning, yeah.
ถ้ากูไม่เข้าใจมันผิดตั้งแต่แรกว่ามันจะกลับมาหักเราเอ็กซ์เซนเตอร์ของเราเองอะถ้ากูไม่กดดัน
Interesting. Titan. Or not Titan. Twilight. They believe Dean to be dead here and Sonic has all the guilt. Oh. Took them 23 episodes to get their dumbasses into gear, but North and Sonic are finally making headway. Thanks to some extreme wingmanning from Dean. Yes, indeed. Later, they talked on the roof and were adorable. And then the fans went wild. 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 Experiencing unparalleled and unprecedented levels of joy. If anyone needs me, I'll be living in this moment forever. Thank you. My cavities have cavities. A little about the actors. Michael Schofield. Actor, model, and YouTuber. Bachelor's degree in business administration, major in finance, banking, Assumption University. Pit Babe, of course. I'm sorry, This Love Doesn't Have Long Beans? What an interesting title. Very interesting title. Top 10, studied broadcasting. good. Streaming media production. Well, there you go. Faculty of Communication Arts. I'd say definitely used it. Wow. Started with Pit Babe. Pretty impressive. They're going to be in Goddess Bless You from Death next, which you reacted to the pilot of. Horror and Crime. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. BL About Chefs. Oh, Long Bean. Gotcha. Snuggle Time in a Cast reacts to episode 9.
Sigma and
It's Red Hair era. Michael Top 10 reacting to episode 10 as North Sonic finally communicating and smooching. Red hair is for Goddess. Oh, gotcha. Filming this week. Wow. Okay. A tire pillow. Oh my gosh. That was almost awkward. I was like, did they let this go too long? When the roles in Goddess Bless You from Death were announced. Now that is a look. This is for Slayer. Baby got back. Brings a whole new meaning to it. That's so funny. Backless outfits. 520 day. 520 said in Chinese sounds similar to I love you. Okay. So the 20th of May is known as 520 Day or Chinese Valentine's Day. Good to know. Dang, that's a beautiful sunset. Michael's TikTok? Nice. That is... You knew when Michael posted that, he goes, this one's going to hit. This one's going to hit good. The boys at Songkran. Clearly having fun. Top 10 sulking to get Michael's attention on live. Oh boy.
ทำไมต้องทำหน้าบึ้งด้วยอ่ะ
ท็อป 10 ต้องได้แหวนเพชร ป๊าป๊าพี่ขึ้นไปแล้วเหรอพี่ขึ้นไปแล้วเหรอไม่เห็นอะไร
Was anyone sober at
ไม่
the
ใช่ไหม
time?
เราไม่เห็นมาลาครับ
Time to let loose, that's for sure. Michael buying them couple rings.
มันเหมือนกันมันใส่คู่ไงว่าน่าจะเดียวแต่ปัญหาของแหวนเนี่ยคือเราไม่รู้ไซส์ไงมันอาจจะยากในการกะไซส์
Sizing
แต่
is
ว่า
tricky.
ผมก็แอบจับมือบ่อยก็พอจะกะไซส์ได้อยู่ผมว่าน่ารักอ่ะเนี่ย
It's not a measurement that you would think to know. I mean, obviously, if you're thinking about
ไม่รอละผมไม่สนว่าคนอื่นซื้อ
buying rings, then yes. But if you've never bought a ring before, it's like, what is it?
ว่าไม่ใช่น้องเพนเนี่ยคือโชว์มือกันแล้วว่าวันเนี้ยเราไม่มีอัเซสซอรี่เลยพวกอัเซสซอรี่ไม่มีเหมือนกันจบรายการเนี่ยแน่นอนเราได้ใส่แหวนคู่กันแน่นอนแล้วเราก็
Might have to look into them. Nice. There you go.
น้องซื้ออะไรให้ไม่ได้ชอบหมดเลยครับ
คือตอนนี้นะครับท็อปเลือกเสื้อให้พี่เคิลเพราะว่าพี่เคิลน่าจะได้ใส่บ่อย น่าจะหล่อด้วยแหละแบบตัวนี้คือ 1990 ครับท็อปจะพบเงินให้พี่เคิลเป็นการรวม Happy Birthday Gift วันเกิดพี่เคิลล่วงหน้าเลยที่ท็อปซื้อให้ก็คือตัวนี้แหละวันเกิดพี่เคิล
I don't even know what is. $58. Okay. I was like, I have no frame of reference for that. I don't know the conversion rate to bot off the top of my head. Taught me a TikTok video of them recently. Only reason I have to do that. Playing the Pocky game. What is that? Oh, jeez.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I was like, what's happening? Ten-second rule. Strangest obstacle course product placement combo. It's not the Candy in Brazil one. Now that is a strange obstacle course. Oh my god. Oh my god. If I ever get asked to do any sort of product placement like that, I'm not doing it. I'm just not. Just never. I will never do that. That's so funny, though. Giving top 10 flowers. So many milk jokes, so little time. One step closer to watching Pit Babe. A lovely bouquet. Finally, somehow shocking their equally unhinged castmates. Oh my gosh. Boy, they were on one at this, huh? On one. My face during the Pocky challenge. It's some kind of squats challenge, but when the other cast is shocked, you know you did something right. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I will say that is impressive. He was able to do that many times. That is very impressive. Extremely impressive. Oh my gosh. What? Figured we end the stream on a high. Well, there you go. That's how we do it here. Shout out to Jace for putting that together, of course. Greatly appreciate it. Lots of great information in there. Information. Sometimes we go a little off track. All right? Sometimes you got to. Random public neck kiss. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was an interesting challenge. I will say that. So that entire, I don't even know what that was. A presser? A fan meet? What even was that? But between the Pocky and that, like, good Lord. That was, they were active. They were very active during that. Doc reading's always the best part. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Oh boy. Well, now that your hearts are racing, time to sign off. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. You probably enjoyed it slightly more. Some of you. Let's be honest. Some of you probably enjoyed it slightly more. You can be honest. It's a safe place here. If you'd like to request your own videos, like something like that, or who knows what else, you can certainly do so. ToddReacts.com. The season and series tiers are what you're looking for. Follow the Twitch channel if you want to join live. Join these wonderful people in this chat that you see right there. All these wonderful people. And if you'd like to talk to them, they don't bite hard. In the Discord, you're more than welcome to. It's totally free to join. Link is everywhere. It's on the website. It's everywhere, literally. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course. Check out the summer collection of merch, 15% off. Ships all over the world because you probably live all over the world. And that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And yeah, I think that's about it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you here on Friday. So coming up, literally a day off, and then we're back. We're always coming back. One day off. Join us on Discord. Indeed. Thanks for being here, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you all very soon. Very, very soon. Stay safe out there. The world's crazy. The world is absolutely crazy. But you know what? We're a little crazy too. We'll be honest. We're a little crazy too. Take it easy, everyone.